Hello, hello, hello.
Hey.
What's up?
Hello.
Good day, mate.
G'day.
Hey.
This time change thing threw me off. I thought D&D was in an hour until Leah came and got me.
Yeah. Time change threw me off
Do
last
it.
weekend, man. I don't know why Roll20 ever signs me out. I swear, every week they're just like, fucking log in, and I'm like, why?
Yeah, it does the same for me.
Must keep your information secure.
Oh.
So how's your new job, Bex?
It's going so fucking good. It's like actually nuts. Like I love it. I love my job. Unfortunately, I was feeling a bit sick today, so I only did a few hours and then came home. I'm off tomorrow, so hopefully I can recuperate a bit. But it's going really well. I'm learning how to do a lot of new stuff, and I'm really enjoying it, and the work is fulfilling, and I like all the guys in my department because there's like basically only guys in my department except for like one part-timer who I've met once for like an hour, but they're all really good guys, and it's nice. I closed and did my first close shift with this guy. His name's Jerome, and he was a cool guy, and we were just talking about stuff like our interests and stuff, and he's all just like, I don't mean to be racist or anything, but you're like the only white person I've met who's into anime, and I'm just like, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I could introduce you to a lot more white people who are into anime if you want, but
Interesting.
yeah, but it's going really
I was
well.
concerned there. Usually when people are like, I don't mean to be racist, but it's
He's
generally
just-
like something racist. But
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
he's just this nice part-time Asian kid that we have who works with us, who I guess just hasn't gotten to know a lot of
Yeah.
white people who watch anime, I guess.
Fair.
Yeah, it's
That's so
been
weird.
going nice. I got to use the bone saw, which was exciting. Cut short ribs and
Ooh.
stuff like that. I've already learned how to put together a bunch of the machinery and take it apart by myself, and doing all sorts of really great things. I'm very excited about. Just like I worked at that other butcher shop for like 5 years, and I've already gained like even more knowledge and experience than I had there, and they trust me enough to cut the beef. I know how to cut like steaks and stuff myself now, which that
Ooh.
always used to be something that the old butcher shop owner would do with him and the other guy. There would be like two guys, and they would be the only ones to do the beef. I would just do chicken
Oh.
and other stuff, but it's going great. I went and I had a person. They're like, "Can you cut me a tenderloin steak off of this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can. I know how to do that." And I did it really well. So it's going good.
Amazing.
Yeah. First paycheck's next week, so yeah, it's gonna be like a full one because of how the pay period fell with when I started working. So
Oh yeah, that's
excited
always
for
annoying.
That's nice.
They pay weekly here, which is really cool.
that. Really weekly, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a
So you have to
weekly
pay your
job.
rent weekly.
Wait, so you
Really?
have to pay rent weekly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
Jeez. I don't know if I like that, but
Yeah, it's very strange.
Paid weekly.
It kind of works out because you get paid weekly as well.
makes sense.
Hail, travelers.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
How are we all doing this evening?
I know one person who's not doing great.
What's wrong with you?
He's nervous.
Nervous.
I've been a nervous
Oh,
wreck for 2 weeks.
He's very nervous.
Oh no.
lol.
You'd be nervous.
How could you do this to me, Theron? This is the life
You
I live.
You made this choice. I did
Yeah,
none
I-
of this.
No. I mean, I gotta like it.
Well, welcome back to the Iron Lords, episode 45. On last episode, a lot happened.
45. My god.
I know, right? We're coming on a year in game.
Oh my god.
What a year it's been.
And
What are we gonna do for our anniversary? Sorry. Yeah, you go on.
Die.
We'll have sparklers. In the last episode, a lot happened. The party was successful in gaining entrance to Hesvingelmo. They rescued Trix Mix and had entered into a area where they found a violet contraption that was just a swirling void. Tamaki pulled in 2 of the other 7, Elvin and Rivnor, to help her decide what to do. They combined their power to try to destroy it, and once they did, they were sucked into the astral plane, where they went to the Cathedral of the Seven. At the cathedral, they learned that all of the original 7 are suspended in their crystals of their respective color, except for the violet. And the violet is missing, and there was a poem in there that basically told them that the 7 need to use their combined power to capture the Violet 7 back in its crystal to return balance to the world. After which, Tamaki came back, and the other 2 went back to their own plane, or their own location. And there she tried to regale the others over a bowl of soup on what had happened, and she mostly got blank stares and they didn't understand what was going on. And the party has some new toys to work with. You do have some new macros for the ones that got new weapons. So that would be Zuglag and Tamaki, I believe.
Yes,
Yep.
I have axes again.
You do have axes again. And it is now the next day, and you all wake up after a relatively fitful sleep, having to keep watch to make sure that there's no reinforcements anywhere that are going to come and disturb you in the night. But the night passes relatively peacefully, and nothing bad or ominous happens. You wake up and find that you have thought about your past battles and recent escapades, and you find yourself stronger and more focused. You are all now level 8.
Yeah.
Hey!
Let's
Yay,
go.
We did the thing.
Woo!
Can I press the button?
You may press whatever button that is, yes.
The level launch button? The level up button?
The level up button may be pressed.
Yes. Launch level 1 cannot be undone. Exciting. Here we go.
Yeah, exactly. Press that. And then I'll delete your character.
Okay, let's do a level.
Do it. Okay, now I'm paranoid. It is launch level plus character mancer.
Yes, not the one that says, don't click this one, it'll reset your character.
Okay.
It's not
It's been
complicated.
so long since we've leveled up. I'm literally looking at my sheet like, where the fuck is the thing?
You can there is a new area where you can just click on it. Where beside your class, there's a little red button at the very top.
I see.
Oh, I see it.
And that'll just do it straight. And remember, for your HP, click your average
Okay.
first to see what it is, and then roll until it's at or above.
Didn't realize it was showing up in the chat. Just kept pressing it multiple times.
Aaron.
Well, not much
I thought
better
it would
to do.
show up on the thing. I was so confused. It's okay. Been a while, okay?
Ability score increase, okay.
Does Tutsuko get to level up?
Yes, I am currently leveling her up. What you can do in the
Oh,
meantime is
That's nice.
look for a either druid, ranger, or cleric spell that you would like to learn. Level 5 or lower.
Okay.
5e tools is your easiest bet.
What was it? Druid,
Druid, cleric, or ranger.
druid, cleric, ranger.
Let's...
And that was a level 5?
Level 5 or lower if you wanted, like level 4 or level 3. You get to learn one new spell. Sorry, level 6 or lower, not level 5. I didn't see that you already had level 6 spells.
Oh, I can pick a new spell. Oh, there's so much potential.
Oh man.
The marshals don't really have much exciting stuff going on in this level, but
No, it's fine. I mean, put a couple more points into stuff. I wanted more charisma and more wisdom. I feel like it is important.
fair enough.
Wait.
That seems busted as hell. I gotta take that.
What spell are you looking at?
Greater invisibility.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
just invisible no matter what for up to a minute, yeah, I'll take it. Hell yeah.
And I'm pretty sure greater visibility doesn't turn off when you start attacking stuff either.
It does not.
I think something fucky went on with mine, Theron.
Why? What's up?
Oh, like my hit points went up way higher than they should have.
Karen.
Yeah, and I was only supposed to get one
Hot
more
damn.
wish. It's like
You made yourself
I
a
don't know
level
what happened.
17 barbarian.
How would I have done that? I didn't click anything.
Did you add levels to yourself by accident?
Yes, 17 of them. Why?
Alright.
No.
Let me see if I can
didn't.
fix this. Eight. Do you remember what health you had before?
95?
That sounds right. I'm pretty sure your health was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Did you add? What else did you add while you were doing this? All the
Yeah, there was all those like random things, but I added 2 to wisdom, or 1 to intelligent and 1 to wisdom,
okay.
and then I just left everything else blank.
Okay. Let us have a look. Feral instinct, 7th. Yeah. Pounce. Okay, so everything.
Rage
here.
was supposed to be
This,
still
this,
4.
This. Rage 4. That. Okay. I think that's fixed. So, was your HP 95 before you leveled?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll just make you 105. Change this to 8. Okay. Fixed.
And then the add 1 to intelligence and 1 to wisdom.
Yeah, I didn't change that.
Okay.
Sweet. Gogurn is the ultimate big brain boy now.
Oh yeah. I decided to swap out healing word for spell magic.
Probably not a bad choice.
I still got cure wounds and it's better anyway.
I took polymorph and tongues.
Oh, nice. I have polymorph too. Let's make some sheep.
Probably should have taken tongues earlier, but
Eh.
now I have a. Oh, just got 6 off.
And done. I get 3 Bardics now. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
No time.
Now you gotta actually use them.
Yeah, right?
I'm forgetting about my expert divination. At that fucking 20 intelligence.
Big brain boy.
Big brain.
All right, everyone finished?
No, I'm sorry. I'm going.
Okay.
Okay.
Has
There's so
anyone
many options.
taken any spells that cause damage?
No.
Okay.
Oh, and I got 2 level 4 spell slots now. Yeah.
How often can you cast spell magic?
It's not loading.
However many spell slots you have.
How many 3rd level spell slots do you have?
Me? 3.
God, load.
So I wonder if I want to untake Dispel Magic and prepare Enemies Abound instead.
Does enemies abound do?
It basically turns one hostile creature against its allies.
Oh, that could be handy.
But I haven't had it prepared, so I haven't been using it.
What are you rolling an intelligence save for right now?
I accidentally hit a button.
I was wondering. I'm like, we're not doing anything. We're just trying to be smart. Every 24 hours, Kara has to roll an intelligence check. So she keeps breathing.
You know what?
What?
Nice, okay.
Words hurt.
I'm sorry.
So slow.
Well, Bast is still leveling up. You are all in kind of like the eating area. You've all kind of had your breakfast. Tsutsuko and Trixmix are not in the room with you currently. They're in the library. And I open the floor to you guys to discuss in character about what your next plan is, next move.
Ah,
Well, what the fuck?
I don't
Yeah.
understand what you're still not understanding about last night.
Your
well,
accent is back.
Listen, I'm trying to do the fucking I'm trying.
Great. Awesome.
no, it's great. It's good.
Okay.
I love it.
Well,
Yes, to accents.
there was the first bit I didn't quite understand that, and then there was like a section in the middle which I didn't quite get either, and then there was a bit on the end
Yeah.
too that I didn't get at all.
So,
Yeah,
so,
just
so none of it.
all
You
of it.
understood none of it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, more or less, yeah.
Okay. So let's go through it like slower, and you guys can ask questions, and we can like all be on the same page.
Right, yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay. So, the big purple vat, right, in the other room back there, that me and Rivner and Blue Boy is about all you guys know him as. We it's hard to describe because you all don't have the powers, but we sort of combined our powers to put a stop to it, right? That's why it's not glowing anymore. We stopped it. But in the process of doing that, we went to a different plane, right? Like different world, I suppose you could say. And it was the cathedral for the Seven, which is one of what I am now, right? Like it's like their temple, right? Like the OG temple. And there we found all of the original Seven, because being a Seven, they're all like multiple people can do it, right? It's like a mantle that you take up. But the original ones, they are all there, and they are all in these crystals sort of just floating, and we think that's where us, the current Seven, get our powers from. But the violet crystal is busted, and so the big violet bad stuff that was happening with, you know, all of this, is the original one got corrupted, turned evil, and broke out of the crystal and is doing bad stuff, and we have to try and put them back into the crystal. Is that better?
Right, okay. So, first question.
Yes.
You say that there's people inside of crystals and they're
Yes.
floating and
Yes.
well, all that business.
Uh-huh.
You say those are the original Seven,
Yes.
but you're also the Seven.
Yeah. So like, think of it like it's like a job that they started, and then oh, okay.
Stayed
It's
in
like
forever?
a business. It's like a business, and they're the managers, so they don't have to go and do the things anymore. It's like they've hired other people to do the actual work. You know?
So you're their bitch.
I'm not there. Excuse me.
I feel like that
Well, it
language is
sounds
a little unnecessary, but
I don't like the way that you said that at all, but if that helps you understand it a little better, I guess. The point is that they have ascended from humanhood, or whatever race that they were, right? They're not people anymore because they became gods. And so like if you follow like Pan, right? You like talk to Pan and you give tribute to Pan, and Pan gives you power. So because that they're gods now, we get our Seven power from them. And we aren't them. We're just like associated, right? Like I'm not the only yellow that there's ever been. There's been other yellows, but we're all tied to the first yellow. And it's like that for all the colors. Except
Okay.
for purple, who's being terrible.
Okay, hold on. I had it until you started talking about pots and pans, and now I'm starting to lose it again.
Okay.
Right. So basically, the yellow, whoever this individual was, living, dead, alive, whatever,
Yes.
you more or less you work for them now, right?
Basically, I suppose yes.
Okay, that makes a degree of sense. And what was this about a purple lad?
So there's all the different colors of the 7, and one of those colors is violet, and so the original one, it broke out of its crystal and it got corrupted, and now it just wants like Oblivion to eat everything, which we obviously don't like for many reasons. I think all of us can agree that everything being consumed by Oblivion and nothingness would be bad. And so it's just it like so similarly to like what we have going on, the violet's like infecting people and making it do bad things for it to gain more power. That's what happened in there when his eyes went all purple after we killed him. Because us killing him, it allowed the violet to like take hold of him and became like gave the violet more power, basically. But we couldn't have known that until we killed him, obviously. But
Right, okay.
So then what do we do?
I
Yeah.
don't know, unfortunately. But we have to do something to be able to stop the violet before it eats everything, basically.
Okay, so just to clarify here, the 5 of us, well, 6 of us, Sukiko included, the 6 of us, a ethereal fox, a hairless dwarf, a changeling who was just dead very briefly, 2 half-orcs,
one.
and a very handsome goblin. We have to stop a oblivion causing
Well, here's the thing.
elder
This isn't
spirit deity.
this isn't
Wait. Where did we get a handsome goblin? I don't
You're
remember
looking at
seeing him
That's the
anywhere.
part you're focusing on. Point is that I'm sharing this with all of you, but at the end of the day, it's not your fight. It's something that I think I have to do. And I don't know how involved you're all going to be in it. I think it might be whenever we have the rest of the 7, it's like a 7 thing. So it's more like a thing that Elbin and
Oh, so you don't
and
want us to be
me-
part of it?
I'm sorry, do you want to be part of it? Because 2 seconds ago you were all just like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, and now you're all upset.
I don't
that you
know.
might
I'm
not be doing
feeling
this.
awfully excluded here.
The point is that I'm trying to
Like you
have
don't
this...
want us here.
It's not that I don't want...
Well,
I'm trying to make you understand that this is a very difficult, very complicated thing that I barely understand when I am in the middle of it, and that I don't know... Like, I'm trying to make you understand that this is like a literal god who wants to kill everything that has broken out. And
I don't know. I get it. How could us feeble-minded folk understand?
I'm trying to say that I love all of you, and I don't know if I want to drag you into this and watch you all die, Karen. Like, funny
I mean-
joke, haha. I'm trying to have a genuine moment of saying that even you, yes, you, I love you. I love all of you. And it's not just about us. There's a whole kingdom to think about. And I don't like the thought of having to walk away from that to do this. But if I don't do this whenever I need to, I don't know when, then there wouldn't be a kingdom to feel bad about leaving behind. And I hate that I might have to do that. And I know it's for the greater good or whatever, but it's important to me. And what we have done here is important to me, and you are all important to me. But the point is that we've already been away for so long, and I don't know how long this is going to take whenever it happens. And I don't want to leave the kingdom with no one to rely on, because what if it doesn't work? And what if, unfortunately, it gets me, and then I become another, one of the dead 7? And then what? What if you come along and I can't protect you, and you all die, and then the kingdom has no one again? We can't do that to them. We shouldn't do that to them. We have responsibility. We need to think about all of them, not just us.
Well, yeah, that does track. This does kind of seem like it's a bit above our pay grade.
It's not that I don't believe in your guys' ability, because I mean, look at all of the stuff that we've done, you know? But at the same time, it's we just have other people to think about. And, you know, I'm genuinely worried about all of you. I'm worried about myself in this, but I feel like I'm more currently equipped to handle it than you guys are. That's not me being a dick. I think that's just how it is.
No argument from me.
How is everyone else feeling about this? Does anyone else have any questions about this whole mess?
Well, it's not exactly easy to digest. However, if the options are dying or maybe dying, trying to prevent the dying, I think I'd choose the latter every time instead of just waiting around for oblivion. Not saying that I'm not confident in you, it's just, you know, having a hand in my own fate.
I can
I
understand.
tend
that.
to agree. Waiting around to die seems a lot worse than actively trying not to die.
The anticipation's killing me.
Well, regardless of it, we can't probably do anything until the rest of the 7. How would you wake up? I suppose, are chosen, however you want to say it. So I mean, this is a thing that unfortunately seems like it has been going on for a while. I don't think the world's ending tomorrow, but it's just something that we're all going to have to be cognizant and aware of, and whatever else you want to potentially say. Because I don't know much about the other ones either, you know? Like, I feel a connection, and I've talked to them. I mean, you guys have seen the times that I've talked to them, but I don't really know much about them either. And obviously, I don't know what's going to happen with the other people that are chosen. It's all a lot. Who knows? Whoever they're traveling with, maybe they're going to want to tag along too. It'll be a big road trip with all of us.
Well,
Ugh.
Well, there's something else that since we're all here, I'm rather concerned about. So, I asked them about this guy called the Gambler Black, and one of them mentioned it the last time that we talked, and then one of them made mention that one of us, and I'm gonna say pretty confidently that it is not me, made a deal with said Gambler Black, and I am just a little concerned and trying to figure out who that could be. So does anyone have anything that they want to say or share, confess?
the safe space.
Because I don't know much about him, but from the sounds of it, it's not something that we necessarily want to be involved in. And if whoever doesn't want to necessarily talk about it now, that's fine, because I asked some other questions, and I think I could potentially figure it out on my own. But I don't think any of us wanted to get to that point.
Yeah, I have my suspicions too.
And
Anybody wants to speak
who
up?
are you suspicious of, Karen? I'm very curious.
Who are you suspicious of?
I don't know. I would like to think that none of you would make such a deal. And I think that I didn't make a deal, because if I did, and I brought it up, it would be kind of stupid to try and do some wild goose chase when it's me the whole time, and I have no reason to make a deal
No.
with the person.
No. This is classic
This is
reverse
not
psychology.
this is not an Agatha Christie novel. I'm not doing a misdirect.
This is like whoever smelt it dealt it. I know this one.
Oh my gosh. I did not make a deal with any such person, but the point is that one of them has made a deal with such person and said that one of the people here made a deal, and not like I don't trust anyone here. I'm just saying that also I should put a little bit of faith in the color boys I am tied to in this pantheon.
Kind of an odd way of phrasing it.
My bros, my color bros. I have no like proper terminology. My fellow seven.
Well, that's worse. That's just objectively worse.
My bros are, yeah.
Brothers from another mother.
Brothers from another color. I don't. Is that anything?
Well,
I got it. Powerpuff Girls.
Oh my gosh. Point is that I feel like I should put at least some stock into what they're saying, and I, as of right now, think that they have no reason to lie to me.
Well, regardless, I kind of say that keeping secrets from one another is good for the group chemistry, especially if it involves anything to do with the end of the world or perhaps severe consequences.
Exactly. I'm being very transparent about everything that is going on with me, and I would appreciate anyone who's having any sort of issue like this to feel like they're doing the same. Like, we all rule a kingdom together. We should be able to talk about this sort of thing.
Anybody who would like to make an insight check?
Yeah.
Nah.
Tsutsiko,
You're
you're
like, I
not in
don't
the
care.
same.
I want to be a part of the group.
You're not in the same room. You're
Put me in the same room.
with Trix Mix
I
right
want to
now.
be in the room where it happens.
Why is Trix Mix here with me? Why am I not in the room with you guys?
Because she's had a traumatic experience, and you're taking care of her.
Is she
Yeah,
Wants
that's
to
what
stroking?
spend time with the
Okay.
big fluffy.
She's stroking and braiding my mane. There we go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Perfection.
Terrible.
Man, y'all are really not coming through on the rolls there.
Listen, I tried my best, alright? And so was trying to.
I mean, Bast, you did notice a strange amount of time that Zuglag stared at you, so I didn't say anything.
Hmm. Oh, there's Golgurn. All right.
Golgurn
I
knows
thought
what's up.
about not rolling at all, honestly.
Bast honestly Bast trusts everybody. He's not that invested in the gods.
My gosh.
All right. Well, on that note, then I will say, Golgurn, you notice that Zuglag is kind of being dodgy. Like he's not really, except for that stint where he was looking at Bast, he kind of staring at the floor. He's not really looking at anybody. Kind of looks like he's a little like sweating a bit.
Dodgier than usual.
Yeah.
Make note of it. A mental note of it. But I won't say anything at the moment.
Okay, interesting.
I want to be a narc.
Sting. All right.
Well, I mean, if no one wants to say anything now, I'm just saying that if this is true, and I hope that it's not, as much as I don't like the idea of them lying to me, I really, really don't like the idea of anyone here lying to me, and lying by omission is still lying. Not saying something is still lying, but I'll let it go. But I'm also saying it's gonna come out eventually. There's no way that something this big can be hidden forever. Okay? Okay. Now what are we doing next?
I have no idea. Do we go home from here?
Well, I don't know about the rest
Trouble
of you,
seems
but
to follow us.
home sounds pretty good right about now.
Yeah,
I
it
am
is a
inclined
long
to
journey.
agree. Home does sound pretty good.
Well, we checked the upstairs floors, right? Did anybody find anything interesting?
There was nothing interesting in any of the other floors of this building. They're mostly just storage rooms, barracks, kitchens, that kind of thing.
I suppose not then.
Alright.
Should we pack up and get ready for the probably 2-month journey home.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm heartily sick of this place. I'd rather leave.
Yeah. I want
I
to
mean,
stay
the-
here, so.
The other option is we could try to find some more of the 7.
Well, the thing is it's not really a thing that you find. You have to do something and get like picked.
No, not like me becoming the 7. That's absolutely
Oh my
ridiculous.
gosh, I'm not.
But-
I don't know. You're kind of a pick me girl, so.
That is you.
Yeah, says me. Takes one to know one.
But like we could try to reunite. We know that there's a red Power Ranger and a green Power Ranger. We could head that direction.
From my here there's many an issue with this is that they are on their own adventures. They're probably halfway across the world, and they have no idea that we would be coming. And also, I doubt that they would stay in any one place long enough for us to potentially do the 6-month journey to get to them.
Well, can't you send them like a not a Venmo, like
Venmo?
a WhatsApp?
What is a
a
Venmo?
WhatsApp or something?
What is
Well-
a WhatsApp?
Not much. What's up with you?
Regardless of all this, we do still have a kingdom to run and
And we've been away for a while.
advisors to explain to
Yes.
some important things.
I
Right.
think going
And
home
money
is
to
prob-
deliver.
Yes, I think going home is probably the move.
Let's
I
go.
agree.
Okay.
Low
We
this
can go
obstacle
home.
stand.
Also, just in case you guys
Wonder if-
forgot, there is there was a note with like documents that you found in his possession in his room that indicated that he was getting orders from somewhere called the Dragon's Eye.
Ooh.
Have
Oh.
we ever heard of the Dragon's Eye before?
No.
Maybe we could stop by a
Is there
library
a
on our way
map?
home.
Just the public library?
Well, I mean, maybe our
Something
library
like
in the
those.
kingdom might have something.
Yeah.
it's
What if we
true.
get all the way home though, and then we find out that the Dragon's Eye was like a 2-mile hike from here? We're gonna feel so stupid.
Joke's
That would
on you. I
definitely
feel
happen to
stupid
us.
already.
I'm already stupid.
Do we want to just check the library for a map? There is a library down here, right? Or a study?
There's a book
Double
with
check.
rooms in it. Yeah.
It's a pretty good.
I can't
idea.
read.
Room
So
with
somebody's
rooms.
gonna have to help.
know that you can't
Help
read.
me.
It's okay.
Oh yeah,
A
that's
book
right.
with rooms in it?
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Hell yeah.
Let's get that book.
Find a picture book with rooms in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go search the library for any references we can find then.
I open
is
the
it?
door and I walk in and I'm like, oh my god, there's books here.
Oh.
Yep. You guys walk in and you see Tutsuko lying on the floor in front of Trix Mix, and Trix Mix is just kind of like idly playing with Tutsuko's fur.
How's it going in here?
Oh, hi. I'm just kind of thinking about things that happened to me over the past few months.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that? Are you all right?
Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to talk about it, but,
Yeah, that's fair. It just happened. It's a little much to deal with at the moment.
There's a lot.
why did it take you guys so long to get here?
And we were having discussions about the whole purple vat thing that happened last night. I was having to explain the management hierarchy. It was a whole thing. But we're here now.
No, I mean,
I
like,
think she meant in since we left the kingdom.
Oh,
I got taken like 2
2
months ago.
Well, we
It only took them like 4 days to get here.
I think part of the
You know
problem
what?
is we came across a lot of trials and tribulations on the way here.
it was a journey. It didn't need to be a journey, but it was.
But it was.
Trouble seems to follow us, as you can tell.
There was a whole thing with giants. They were throwing Zuglag across a cliff. It was a whole
And
What?
then a dragon.
Wish I had seen
Well,
that.
there was this cliff thing with a bridge across it, and there was these things. They were guarding the bridge, and we all wanted to cross the bridge, but they didn't want to let us. And one of them just picked up Zuglag and threw him across the gap, and he was just getting passed around like a hacky sack. And that was a whole day. That was a day just gone. But
I mean,
What?
in their defense, he kind of looks like an old, torn up hacky sack. So
you're so mean all the time.
Hey, Trix,
But am I
you were
wrong?
with
Not the point.
Trix. You were with them for a while. Did you ever hear them mention the Dragon's Eye?
I mean, I heard it mentioned once or twice, but there was never really any context.
What'd they say?
It was, from what I can remember, it's been a long time, and you know, I haven't had a great few months. But I remembered that he said something about wanting to go there at some point, but it was really far away.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's helpful. Thank you.
Yes.
Hmm. Probably got a hell of a journey ahead of us then.
We're gonna need to pack all the sausages.
Yes. Hmm.
Well, we definitely
Well-
need to go back to the kingdom to prepare.
Yeah, at least we know we're not gonna get to the kingdom only to find out if we just walked half an hour north, it would be there.
Does that mean we're going home?
We're going home.
Oh,
She
yes.
just breaks
I
down
think
crying.
it does.
She what?
She just breaks down crying.
Oh.
Suzuki starts licking her
it's
furiously.
okay.
Are those tears of joy? I assume they're tears of joy.
Yes.
Can't
So
read
like
people despite being a changeling.
Yeah, when they said you can't read, they meant you can't read.
At all.
Anything. You can't read a book. You can't read the room.
Maki goes and sits next to Trixmix, and is just like, I know that when we first got here and saw you, I already apologized, but I'm just saying it again. I'm sorry it took so long to get here, and we're gonna do our best to make sure it's not a 2-month journey home. Okay, we're gonna try to get you home sooner. Okay, I promise.
For the love of God, it cannot be 2 months.
Between her like sobs, she's just like, okay, I hope so.
We're gonna try so hard.
Y'all.
So hard.
And she just like throws herself around like her arms around your neck, and she's just like weeping into your chest.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry for real.
And then
Maki's
she's
just like hugging her.
and you'll hear her like in her like sobbing breaths. She'll be like, "I missed you so much, and they hurt me, and
I missed you too. I missed you so much. I was thinking about you the whole time, and I was so scared that we were gonna get here, and it was gonna be so much worse. But you're here, and you're okay, and you're gonna see home again. You're gonna get to go home, okay?
And her little arms just grab you all the tighter.
Yeah, everyone. I'm gonna be busy with this. Everyone else needs to explore the library. I'm just gonna be here, just having a moment with Trix Mix.
Bast will pick up a book upside down.
Bast, you see some squibbly lines on the front page of a book.
I'm gonna look pensive.
Fast, we know you can't read, you absolute imbecile.
I think Zuglag will go over to Bast and just kind of
No,
like
you
flip the book around in his hands. It's a nice
Yes.
effort.
He's trying a new speed reading technique.
And
With
how's that going
Bast's
for you?
deception,
Holy
make,
shit!
make an insight check.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I mean, he's pretty convincing that he's speed reading.
And I will turn the book back upside down and continue on my way. I'll let you know if I find something.
Oh,
Please do.
yeah. All right. You do that. Since when could he read again?
I have no fucking clue. News to me.
I
Yeah.
want to use all my good rolls on Shitty Panther.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we are.
It do be like that.
So you guys search through the library, and you find that the vast majority of the books in here are super, super old, and don't actually contain anything that useful.
But
Is there a butt to that?
There is not.
Oh.
oh,
Seemed like you were sort of leading into a butt.
Sorry. Most of these books seem to be just kind of from his personal library.
So like self-improvement books, gardening.
Yeah, there's some gardening books.
Pages are all
you'll-
stuck together.
You
Oh,
see a lot
weird.
of like books about like philosophy and strategy and things for how to run a castle and
I would
Running
like
a castle
to
for dummies.
I just want to go back to the barracks kitchen where I made that delicious soup and
Uh-huh.
gather some rations for the travel back home.
Yep, you guys can all fill your rations, and you'll have you'll set out with 3 full rations.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Like, hold
I
on,
need
hold
to
on.
take another 2 months.
Traveling.
I'm gonna pocket that how to run a castle book just for that.
Sure, sounds good.
And are there any?
Running a kingdom for dummies.
Yeah, that's like our textbook. We need that. Are there any books
pocket-sized version.
on religion in here?
Yeah, there's a few. You could find books on both the White Pantheon, Green Pantheon, and Blue Pantheon.
Is there anything on Astaroth? Because, you know, some people have
Oh,
followed
yeah,
into
there's-
religion
there's-
accidentally.
There's lots of books on Astaroth in here. Astaroth.
It's like an Astaroth for dummies.
I
Yeah.
know there's a whole Astaroth temple down there, right?
Yeah, but she's only been there once.
You guys have a pretty big section in your library dedicated to Astaroth already, but
Yeah, I think you
Oh,
can
yeah.
leave the Astaroth books here. We have enough at home. We have Astaroth at home.
I will take the I'll take the books on the white, green, and blue pantheons, or like
Sounds
one of
good.
each.
Yep.
We're leaving. Tamaki's gonna be like, so everyone is going to take turns holding Trix Mix's hand as we are walking, and Trix, as we are traveling, you are always going to have a buddy at all times. It will mostly be me or Sutsuko. Okay? Okay.
I think we should get up.
Okay.
Is there like a stable at this castle?
You're
no.
not putting a saddle on Tutsuko.
There,
Is
there's
there
not.
a
Man, horses would have made this easier.
That would have been
Horses,
great.
I know they're rare, but I think we should invest. We found a lot of gold.
Want to invest in horses?
Yeah, it sounds like lovely.
The only
Right, and then
people.
whenever we're not traveling, then we can open up a racetrack and like have a new business and people can start gambling and go play the ponies. It'll be fun, right?
Yeah.
New
Yeah.
hard grass
Yeah.
becomes a horse girl.
The only people that sell
Final
horses,
transformation.
unfortunately, you're at war with. So
Oh, right.
Maybe we could just go steal some horses.
Oh, good, yeah. Gasoline to a fire. Right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Agreed.
Don't like that. don't like that, but okay.
Alrighty. As
That's
it's
gonna really
the
notice.
it's the next morning, and you guys exit the castle interior, and you
Oh,
find it's a
hang
bright
on.
sunny day, but there don't seem to be any of the mercenaries anymore. Everyone seems to have kind of dispersed.
Goodness
If-
for that.
Just pack up and go home just like that. A
Well, I
great
mean, their
army
job-
they have
their-
there.
Their job was done. What more were they gonna do?
Bast, you were gonna say?
If we're not leaving the castle until the next day.
No, I
I'm
meant
gonna-
like
Oh,
like-
okay,
like-
never mind then.
it was still the morning.
I'll do it when we're home. It's all good.
All right.
I'm curious
What?
Like my cloak is just it's out of juice. I need to recharge it.
What do you need to do to recharge your cloak again? I don't remember.
I can recharge it once per month, but I have to channel all my spell slots into it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Fee.
So if it's out of juice, I kind of want to do it. I'll do it when we're safe and at home, because otherwise I have no spell slots.
That is fair.
Fair.
Reasonable.
Thanks everybody for confirming that.
Alrighty. Let's get some traveling music on the go. Day 1
One of 7,
of 14.
14.
Here we go.
Under
Maybe-
a month, I will be happy and shocked.
Maybe since we know the way now, it will take less time.
Funnily enough, the first day of your travels, you actually can recognize most of the area, and there isn't anything that happens on this day. It is just a very nice day as you guys head out into the mountains to return to Taldarim, so that you can teleport back to Damgarum. Alright, day 2 out of 14. You still have 3 out of 3 rations due to not having to use one on the first day.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Alright.
Oh dear.
Alright, your second day of travel. You don't encounter anything, surprisingly.
going
used up-
well.
Don't
Don't.
don't
Don't.
No.
coaching.
You've used up a ration. We're on
Okay, you
day
hear this?
3.
You hear this? This is the wood. We're knocking on it.
All right, on your 3rd day of travel, you have 2 out of 3 rations remaining. All right. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
One moment.
Oh, good.
Mm,
Goody!
Oh, I get to try the new
Hey.
things.
Thanks.
Did jinx it. Oops, sorry guys.
Need to go.
I don't think that you're that sorry, actually.
I might be soon.
Okay. So the party is traveling today, and you are currently traveling through a bit of a blustery mountain valley that is covered in snow. And up ahead of you, you see a small camp. Everyone can see themselves?
Yep.
All right. So up ahead of you, you see a singular tent, a fireplace. You see someone in a black and red garb with the symbol of a bursting sun on it. And beside him, you see a skeleton who also seems to be wearing black and red armor.
A skeleton.
A skeleton?
So you see
Oh, Daddy?
this guy,
Huh.
and you
Okay.
see this guy.
Oh,
They look
yes.
friendly.
Can we do a check to see if we recognize the symbol of the bursting sun?
Yeah.
100%. Make a history check.
That looks cool. He has excellent bone structure.
Fast is going to get in on that.
I won't bother.
Tamaki, this is actually like you recognize this uniform. This you recognize it because of your sort of connection and working with them before, since you were in the army in Phelan. This is the uniform or symbol of the Inquisition, which is generally found in Ord. It is not uncommon that there would be inquisitors in different countries on different missions. However, it is a little weird that there is an inquisitor and a skeleton inquisitor at that fact in the middle of nowhere in a valley in the mountains.
Okay. So would I know them as being quote unquote friendly overall or no?
Yeah, I mean the Inquisition is not bad per se. They're
Okay.
just kind of religious zealots for the White Pantheon.
Okay, sure. So I make sure to turn to everyone, and I'm like, I recognize the armor. I've worked sort of with that army before when I was a soldier and stuff. They should be fine. We're not going to sneak attack them. We're not going to attack them. We will just say that we are just passing through, and just hopefully be able to go on our way. Okay? Everyone, be cool.
Yeah, all right. I guess we'll let you take the lead.
I
on
mean,
this.
wait. You say they're cells of the White Pantheon, yes?
Yes.
I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling that they may not take so well to Tsukiko.
Oh.
Just out of concern.
Huh. What's the thing? What's the thing to make invisible? Can someone make Tsukiko invisible?
I mean, I can.
Or can what Tsutsuko, don't you have a thing? A stealth thing? Can't you just stealth around them?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Maybe do
it's
that.
Kind of it's kind of an open field. There's not really anywhere to. You can be as sneaky as you want, but it is a giant blue horse fox in the middle of an open field.
It isn't like obvious that she's Dark Fae.
We could just say it's our
Hey.
dog. Our really weird dog.
Where did that one guy go?
What? What do you mean? And Tamaki looks over and is like, oh, what? Well, he disappeared. What?
Everyone makes some perception checks.
No. Can I cast Pass Without Trace? Is it too late?
I mean, that would just give you ability to hide. But you can if you want.
Alright, some half decent rolls going on.
So none of you see the man that you saw before. The skeleton is still just kind of sitting there.
I mean, should we just attempt to just make our way through?
Yeah, let's
Well.
just mosey on through, see what happens.
Okay.
I'm not sure I like the idea of approaching a skeleton, but then again, you seem to know what you're talking about, so you take the lead on this
What's the worst that can happen?
one. Don't. Every time with the baiting of fate, why you gotta be like that, Karen?
Hey, Trix, you hang out in the back with Tutsuko
Yes.
and I.
Yes. Stay back there. Don't come up front with me, please, on this one.
I'm gonna.
It's hard to tell from the
Imagine that.
elevation. Are we going on the right path?
Yeah, so you guys are above him at the moment.
Okay.
It like slopes down towards the middle on both sides.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You guys, as you approach, you'll see the skeleton look up, and he'll wave.
Okay, Tamaki waves back.
And he says,
Hello.
Smile and wave, boys.
he's like,
Smile and wave.
good day!
Good day.
Hello.
Ah,
What
there.
brings you out to this wilderness?
Oh, just passing through. Just traveling.
Going on a walk, you know.
Very strange place to be going on a walk.
Not
Unconventional, yes.
I do agree with you there. What
Yeah.
brings you out here?
Well, you see, I do not have much of a choice where I go. The name is Declan Skytower. As you can see, former Inquisitor. He kind of gestures to himself.
It's nice to meet you, Declan. I'm Karen.
My name is Tamaki. Hello.
Yeah, Zuglag.
Hey, I'm Bass.
Where did your friend go?
Speaking of,
Oh boy.
Gulgern, you feel someone grab you and put a knife to your throat.
I didn't know,
Jesus
lad.
Christ.
Take it easy.
Hey.
Is there some reason that you're stalking the Inquisition, boy?
Well,
Hello.
if that's what you consider to be stalking, then I must not be very good at it, considering we walk right up to you.
We're just
Mighty weird way to
passing
stalk
through.
someone.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of you dwarves pass this belt in a long time. Quite questionable, don't you think?
We are
Careful
just
how you speak to me, lad.
Okay,
How
okay.
dare you speak to a member of the Inquisition with such impunity?
oh, this is getting really heated, really
And-
quickly.
Now, now.
Declan at this point will speak up and he'll say, I do apologize for my friend. He's a bit out of sorts.
Yeah, Declan, I believe
Oh,
he is.
shit.
Yes, there's
No,
a bit of a...
Declan.
Declan, maybe we don't all go about telling our life story to every visitor nearby. Shut up, Declan.
Well, it is but what I am. And I am but you made me. So,
I didn't ask for this. Blasted bones. Stop talking to him. He's not real. Or is he?
oh, I
know.
am very real.
Yes.
In fact,
keep
I am
telling
him,
yourself
and
that.
he is me.
Ah,
He looks very real. We're talking to him right now. The point is that
Yeah.
we are just traveling. We are just passing through. We are not stalking the Inquisition. We promise. We are just passing through, trying to get back to where we live. That is it.
Well,
In-
why are
in
you
f-
wandering through the mountains? Seems an odd place to find a party.
Declan, Indral, I have
Am
said
talking
this
to
many
myself
times.
again, Declan?
Indral,
Look.
Indral, I have asked you the same question. Why are we in these blasted mountains?
I don't know. If I knew, we wouldn't be here.
Wait, so
Our
you don't know why you're
friends-
here? How do you not know why you are here? We know why
Wouldn't-
we're here. We're walking
Wouldn't
through.
you like to know? I'm on some...
Because he does not have his memories from the past few years.
I
Naughty inconvenient.
totally have all of my memories. Declan, don't you be giving them information again about me.
Apologies, I didn't know that was secret.
What do you mean you don't have your memories? You have amnesia or something? Do you need help?
I think it's a little bit more than that. I recall waking a week ago with purple ash all over me and
Purple ash.
quite a bit of goo everywhere. It was quite the scene. I don't exactly remember what happened, but Declan, you weren't supposed to tell them.
Well, perhaps they could help.
With what? I don't know what I need help with.
Sorry,
Your
sorry,
blasted
you said,
memory, Indra.
Sorry, you said purple ash all over you?
Yes, all over my coat. I can only assume it was the violet, but I don't think that's why I was here.
Wait, so you know about the violet?
Everybody in the Inquisition knows about the Seven and the Violet.
Perhaps you
Okay.
can take the
Well,
knife away from my
hopefully-
neck any moment now, please.
Hopefully we can all calm down and chill out because I'm the current yellow. So maybe
I
can-
don't give a damn about the yellow. Take your
Oh.
seven and shove it.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's take about 20% off this here. I think it's clearly established at this point that we're no threat to either of you. We're not here to cause you any trouble. Let's take the blade away from my friend's neck there. Let's have a discussion. Maybe we can help each other. Let's relax a little bit, all right?
You
I
keep
agree
your
with the little
eyes-
short one.
You keep your eyes forward, dwarf.
It's gonna be a problem if this bloody wanker doesn't take his knife away from me.
All
Well,
right.
maybe if you stood a bit taller, you could see that I was walking away.
Gordon is just fuming.
Oh boy.
Slug kind of
Spicy.
like does an awkward little like side shuffle over between the two of them. Kind of gestures to Golgurn. All right, big lad. Let's take some deep breaths. Let's not go crazy here.
So what are you doing out here anyway? This is not exactly a common path.
Okay. So since we learned a bunch of stuff about you via Declan, so back there is my mentee. I have like a mentor-mentee relationship, and she was kidnapped, and so we came to rescue her, and we have rescued her, and now we're just trying to go home. That's it. That's literally it.
Declan, put your bloody hand down. What are we?
What? Now I'm not allowed to be jovial?
You're a skeleton.
And? Life can still be fun even if I'm dead.
I really like Declan's whole vibe. Are we feeling Declan? I like Declan a lot.
He's pretty rad.
Yeah.
I like the skeleton more than the
You
living
see?
one.
They like me, but you never do. Is that because I'm you and you hate yourself?
Oh boy, this is going to be a long adventure back to Ord.
Oh,
And
Ord?
then I have to explain you.
Where's Ord? Why are you trying to go back to Ord?
I don't know, but whatever mission I was sent on out here, surely they would know. Not exactly like those Inquisition outposts this far. I must have been tracking some kind of artifact, but I have no idea what it was.
Okay.
Okay, so you say you don't have your memory, right?
I mean, Declan said that, not me, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, right, fair enough. So that's literally all you remember? You don't have anything before that? Not just like a blank period?
I remember quite a bit before that. We set out, what's the date? What year is it?
No idea.
It's
So
actually
what
a
year
very
is it,
good question.
Farron?
The year is 1234.
It is 1234.
You set out 2
Dear-
years ago.
Dear God. What the hell happened?
It's
What
1236.
year do you think it is?
I mean, we
What
left,
it is?
that would be 2 years ago. By God.
2 years ago? That's a
And you-
significant gap.
And usually there are more of us in a expedition. However, there's only Declan and I'm pretty sure that Declan is not as he was.
I am
Yeah.
always and forever, Indra.
My God. Of course a piece of my psyche would have broken off when bringing you back.
Well,
Sorry. I'm very curious, and I know you don't like sharing information, obviously, but what is the story between you and Declan? You keep on talking like he's part of you or something.
I don't know. Have you ever met a skeleton with a personality before?
I mean, no.
I mean, are we-
but I've
Aren't
seen
we
a lot
all
of
just
crazy
skeletons
things.
with personalities?
That's a
Wow,
bit
that
too
is
rich for
very
my
deep. You should put that
I
on a
like
poster or
skeletons.
something and sell it. People could put it in their kitchens.
Oh.
Oh, I
There
should
we
have
go.
picked
There's an
somebody else to
idea.
bring back.
I kind of like that idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
seems a lot
Nice.
safer than the current career path we're on. To be quite honest.
okay, so to build off of that, next question. You say you brought him back? Or he's a part of you?
Declan whispers, "He's a necromancer."
He's a necromancer.
Indra, give Declan an elbow.
Oh, what? It's not like you have had issues letting people know that before.
Yes, but it usually gets us run out of cities.
Yes, well,
I don't
Good.
think that we've met a necromancer before. Have any of you guys met a necromancer?
I don't think so.
No, but I'm awful fond of getting run out of cities. I did that a lot when I was younger.
Also, I don't think that the Inquisition would think too highly of me bringing back another Inquisitor in such a manner. However, he just doesn't go away.
which,
Well, I mean-
by the way, is odd because from what you guys would know of necromancy, is that there's a limited amount of time that a necromancer can have a skeleton reanimated.
How long has Declan been with you?
So far, what? A week? It's been a week since I woke up, yes?
I believe it's been 7 months, actually.
Ah,
7
week,
months?
7 months, blink of an eye.
Indra has a bit of difficulties with time these days.
You would
Apparently,
too
but
if you were
7
my age.
months?
Yes, I am but 7 months old. A young whippersnapper.
Well, you're looking great, honestly. Your grasp
Ha,
on
yes,
vocabulary. for
I
a
use
7-month-old.
I use the snow in these mountains to moisturize my scalp. And he's like putting his clacky hands on his bonehead.
I swear I don't know what you are, Declan.
You, my good chap.
Is he me? I just don't know.
Okay, so running down the list, you woke up an object amount of time ago, covered in violet ash. This guy, you brought him back because you're a necromancer, and he doesn't seem to want to poof, however that business happens.
Oh, he would go extremely violent and kill everybody if that were to happen. I
Oh.
lose
Oh.
absolute control if I don't recast them and destroy them.
Right,
Okay.
super
That has
pleasant.
not happened here. Yeah, he's certainly out of my usual repertoire.
Yes,
Like,
indeed,
takes
my
a
violent
long step
psychopathic
back.
tendencies are indeed kept in check.
Yeah, Tamaki looks over her shoulder and makes sure the Trix Mix is safely past the Sutsuko, and it's like, okay, alright, okay. Little less sure about Declan, but okay.
Step away a little bit.
I don't know, I seem to still like him more than the other one for some reason.
He's just so dang charming.
Has to be
That's charisma.
straightforward with his murderous tendencies.
I
Did
do
he
respect
take
it.
all your charm or something? Is that what happened?
That
You're
is a
assuming I had any to
possibility.
begin with.
Yeah, Karen, you're assuming he had any to begin with.
Oh, sorry.
Well,
No,
from
you're a
the-
bit of a bonehead, Declan.
Ah, yes. Thank you for noticing.
this is a good one because he's bones. Anyway,
They should take it on the road, right? This could be a
yeah,
good
this is pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Right, so, Indral, from everything I've gathered to this point, just quick jump to obvious assumption, throwing stuff out there. It sounds like you died.
No, I'm perfectly alive. I'd say that you're
Yes, I
pretty
excuse me,
but
little green man, I am the one who died.
Okay, so who were you when you were alive?
Looks down at himself. Declan Skytower.
Okay, Declan, other than your name and the fact that you're a skeleton and you have great bone structure, what more can you
Ha.
tell me about yourself?
Looks down at himself again. I was an inquisitor, it seems.
Okay, yeah.
oh, it
yeah,
seems.
got that too. But do you remember anything when you had, like, skin? The time you had skin?
I would be aghast if I ever had skin.
Well, something tells me you probably had skin at some point.
Well, not as myself. That would be inordinate. Having skin as a skeleton, disgusting.
Okay, so you don't remember anything from the time when you had skin. Okay, so...
I can only assume that he was part of the party that I left with.
Uh-huh. And then you raised him and he became this, and refuses to leave. Okay, and you don't remember
Well, usually
anything.
when I raise a skeleton, it's a little less, well, chatty.
What else do you remember about this party that you set out with?
Nothing, really. Typically, though, in the past, I have set out with 4 or 5 other Inquisitors when we are sent out to recover artifacts that have scattered rumors about the different areas of this world. However, Declan is the only, well, body we'll say that I was able to find.
Okay. So
Well, aside
presum-
from the several things that we've killed along the way that I keep in my bag here.
souvenir taker. Gotcha. Right.
No, not quite, but
I think it goes along with the whole necromancy thing, yes?
yes.
Right. Okay. So connecting dots, putting things together here. You were presumably sent out from Ord, wherever that is, to collect some sort of artifact with 4 or 5 other people, during which somehow you all ended up dead. And it
Not
has
all of us.
Work with me here, bud. I'm trying to do this here, right?
I would, but it's just so hard to follow such a strange creature.
Plus, you see this face looking at you.
Love whenever the picture drops. It's great.
The classic. Okay, so presumably you, and he makes like air quotations with his fingers, died, something happened to you, and you woke up covered in violet ash. So presumably you ran into the violet, something happened, and now you're here.
Mm-hmm. This raises
Yeah,
an interesting
something like that.
question of what happens to a person who's a necromancer who then gets tangled up with the violet. Because,
Well,
like, you have this big gap in your memory. And, I mean, what if you found whatever this thing was, and it was infected with violet, and then you became infected with violet, and then someone, whatever happened to you happened, and it's like the violet was purged from your system, but you're a necromancer, and so now that the violet is gone, you're back, but you don't have any recollection of the time from when the violet was in you, because it doesn't want you to have that. Or your brain's incapable of it or something. I have no idea. I'm spitballing here, but does that sound like a thing?
that is very confusing, ma'am, and if there were anybody that should have knowledge about the Seven, it would be a member of it. The
Listen,
Inquisition took a great many records of the Seven throughout the years, and they have an uncanny knowledge of past events that involve them and the other colors. You would be the one to ask, not me.
Unfortunately, I was turned not that long ago, and there was only one other Seven when I got turned, and then now another one has happened since I got turned, and we're all pretty new at it, unfortunately. We're trying to figure it out.
Indra
They're just
will
babies.
reach into his long leather jacket, which is covering his armor, and pull out a book and then flip through a few pages and like lick his finger and then flip through a few more. And he's just like, well, you should be able to tap into your 7 powers, he says with like air quotes, and know whatever you need to know. When it
Know
comes to questions
whatever-
about this, when it comes to questions of the Seven, it says right here in the Inquisition manual.
Huh.
Do you have an extra copy of that manual so that she can read it?
I doubt he'll let us have it because we're not part of the Inquisition.
We burned Declan's actually back when we first woke up. It was a mite cold.
That's fair.
Yes, it was. Well, cold for him. I do not
Would you
feel
say
cold.
it was, bone chilling?
Ha 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 ha! Delicious.
Dear God, this is horrible.
But I didn't realize that was a thing, so I can just do that. Okay? So what questions do I want to ask is the question.
That should be your first question. What do I want to ask you?
Hmm.
Then you shake the magic 8-ball.
Virun Theris, this is almost embarrassing. A 7 who doesn't know what they're to do. No wonder
Oh,
we don't
give
have
him a
really
break,
good-
Indral. She's new, like she said.
I'm trying to
Yes,
think.
and so are you, but you still know how to carry a sword, Declan. Somehow.
I mean, it looks like she does too.
Yes,
It's
but
true.
you're 7 months old. She looks much older than you. Well, I guess that's not true entirely. You look a little-
I say, I look older than her, I would say. I am what she will become.
Well, I hope not. I don't think I'd like a 7 in my undead army, but we'll see when we take over the world, old boy.
Oh, okay, that. I'm not gonna touch that one. Actually, that can just stay there.
Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, did I
leave it.
say something? Did I say that out loud?
You
Yeah.
sure did, bud. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. What do I want to ask?
It was a joke, really.
Yeah, I totally believe you. 100%. Yeah. So what do I have to do? Do I just like
You just
do a
ask me
specific
some.
roll, or just ask and then just,
Anything
the
that's
answer comes
related-
to me?
Anything that's related to the 7, I will let you know.
Oh wow. Okay.
You still need
Anything
to
that's
know what
related-
you're looking for in your vast repertoire of knowledge.
I'd say
Mhm.
that she'd know though that people would forget if they were killed by.
Oh
the
yeah,
Violet.
yeah. If that's what you're going for, yes. You do know that interactions with the Violet, if someone dies to the Violet, they are forgotten, and it would explain why he doesn't remember any of his party.
Oh, okay.
There will be
Okay,
some
yeah.
sort of event that happened that caused him to not die per se, but have his memory wiped.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, hate to be the one to tell you this, but I'm pretty sure, and by pretty sure I mean I'm sure, that the reason that you can't remember anyone in your party and why they aren't here anymore and why you couldn't find their bodies is because they died to the Violet. And when the Violet kills something, no one remembers it anymore. I'm very sorry about that. And
I
whatever
don't
happens.
care.
Okay, cool. And whatever happens is probably.
Oh, he
what
cares
caused-
very much.
Whatever
doesn't.
happened is what
Inquisitors
caused
die every day, Declan.
is what caused your memory wipe as well. I don't know what it was necessarily, but however you got involved with it is probably what caused your memory to wipe like that and why you woke up covered in the ash. So,
I
whatever
care about the mission, Declan. Whatever I was sent to recover would be the most important, not the lives of our comrades.
Well, I
He-
think that whatever it is you were trying to recover, I wouldn't be surprised if you either recovered it or got close to it and the Violet took it, and that's why everyone else died.
I have taken an inventory of everything on my person and in my bag. There is nothing here that I didn't have before, aside from this weird black dice that I found in a glass case.
I'm sorry, you have black dice on you?
I have a black dice that is encased in an anti-magic field.
Can I see
I
it?
don't.
I don't
know.
need to I don't need to touch it. I just want to look at it.
Indral narrows eyes and like reach into his coat and pull out the. It's like probably about the size like of a miniature snow globe, but it's a cube,
Mhm.
and it's like an anti-magic field inside of it. And he'll hold it up.
Okay. And so, can Tamaki recognize it as what we're all thinking it is?
I mean, I don't think any of you have actually seen it, so...
I asked specifically for them to
Oh,
show
did
me
you?
so I
When?
know what it looked like.
When was
we
it?
were in the Seven Cathedral. I asked specifically for them
Oh,
to show me
yes,
so I could
yes.
know what it looked like.
Yeah, 100% then.
Okay,
you
cool.
know what
so,
that is.
do you know of someone named the Gambler Black?
You mean that petty little patron? Yes.
Cool.
He can-
You made a deal with him,
No, I would never.
but you have one of his die. And the only
That's-
way you get one
I
of his
don't know
die
what
is
that
when you.
means.
So
I know
so,
what he is, but I don't know how
So
his.
the Gambler
work.
Black is a guy, and you can make a deal with him to get something, but then you get these dice, and these dice allow you to do more things, but you also have to like take over churches and all sorts of other things. But that's one of his die, and you only get one of those die for making a deal. You can't take it from someone else. So you made a deal, and you don't remember it anymore.
No, I believe I would remember because I'd be hearing his voice constantly in my mind.
Okay, but if you had
We
an
know
entangled...
we know some details about the gambler. He's just a petty, smaller patron. He's not. In order for him to gain power, he must use mortals to do it. It's not. I don't recall ever speaking to him, but no, I would not have made a deal, even if it were to save my own life.
Okay,
Well-
but you have this huge gap in your memory of like 7 months where you don't remember anything. So I mean, it could have happened when that was going on, couldn't it?
You all see Declan kind of like lean over and whispers to Indral, and all you hear is like voice.
really don't think I would have made a deal. What's that, Declan?
I'm gonna write what he whispers to you in
Okay.
chat.
No, no, no. What voice? I don't know what you're talking. Taking over the world. I mean, no. What? No, no. That wouldn't be him. I doubt that very much.
Well, that is good to hear. Imagine 2 Inquisitors falling to darkness.
Right? There's no possible way.
Silly, silly.
Silly. We are of the White Pantheon. I must say, and my lord is Runetheris.
And is
okay.
Runetheris's whole thing taking over the world?
No.
Okay, so
a
why did you
keep-
say
he's a
earlier?
keeper of knowledge.
Why'd you say earlier that you wanted to take
You'll
over
you'll
the
have
world?
to forgive him for that. That's just a small tick that has come up since we awoke.
So that
I honestly am
sounds-
not sure what you're talking about.
That sounds like the Gambler Black. That's his whole thing. His whole thing is he wants to take over the world, and you said before that you want to do that. And if you're of the White Pantheon and your god isn't about that, but all of a sudden you have a very strong urge and something inside you telling you want to take over the world, and you have one of those die, and this huge gap in your memory where you don't remember where things happened for months at a time.
Hey,
I
Tamaki, make a Arcana check.
Absolutely.
With advantage. So roll
Oh,
twice.
with advantage. Ooh, I have advantage.
All right, 15 is what you needed.
Sweet.
So some knowledge kind of like falls into place as you're talking to him about this, and you're kind of like, wait, you said anti-magic field. And
Oh, yes.
the cube that has this dice suspended in it would mean that this cube has been taken from someone else.
Oh. Huh. Okay.
I explained to you earlier that I hunt magical items that could benefit the Inquisition or are too powerful for others to contain. If I
Okay.
have this and it is encased in this field, there is a reason for it.
And I think I figured it out. So I don't think you necessarily made a deal with him, but I think you took this from someone else, and you weren't supposed to do that.
Yes, but I take many things from people I shouldn't be taking them from. That is
No,
my
but
job as
I-
an Inquisitor.
I think the Gambler Black really doesn't like that you did, and I think he might be having more of an effect on you than you're realizing, even if it's in your snow globe.
I really don't think so. I can usually feel the presence of evil. That is why I am so good at my job. And also why I haven't destroyed Declan. He doesn't seem evil.
Not yet.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you couldn't have been that good at your job if you'd died.
I am
Rude.
excellent at my job. I am still
Yes,
here.
I assume I was excellent at my job.
Oh,
I
have
died
no
for
doubt
my
that
job.
Declan was good at his job. I have no doubt.
Oh yeah, no, that Declan 10 out of 10. I'm sure you got the best performance reviews for sure.
Yes, I was great.
And like making like a mental note to check this out when he goes back. I wonder how good he actually was.
Okay, so obviously you're going through a lot. But which direction is it that you're heading at the moment?
I
Or
have no
trying to
idea.
head? Okay, do
No
we have
idea
we have
whatsoever.
a map on us, or any way that we would have any way of knowing the direction of Ord?
I mean,
wherever it
Well, that's to the west. I'd be heading back to Riverstone.
no, not at all.
Oh, great, cool. We're being
You
so
hear him
helpful.
say that, and you're like, "Oh, west." You would have to head north. You are in the Southlands.
Oh, are we?
Yes,
Well, I mean, that makes sense, because Indral has no idea where the fuck he is right now, so...
correct.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, no, don't we not to the north? Jeez. Have I just lost my bearings entirely? We've been wandering for 7 months?
Yes, quite. I have told you many times, but you don't listen to me. I'm just a skeleton.
Yes, you are. I don't see a map on those bones of yours?
That's fair. I have no idea where I am either.
Do we have a compass that we could give them at least? We have like a spare compass that
I
we
told
can
you
give
we should have spoke to that wandering cheese cart salesman instead of hiding in the snowbank.
the cheese cart salesman.
Hey, Golgurn, don't you know where North is? Is that like a wizard thing, or is that like a
Or
subclass
dwarf
thing?
thing, not to be racist.
No, you're thinking of birds.
Wow, I
Birds
thought
know
those
which
high
way
elves
north
were
is.
bad.
Ass, turn into a bird, and then you'll know which way north is.
I
That's a
don't.
survival thing, and that's not really my thing, but I can
Yeah,
try.
okay, true.
Well, perhaps we could just accompany you for now, and
Nope.
I mean, sure. If you want to accompany us, I mean, there's safety in numbers. It's better to travel together. Does anyone oppose the
listen,
idea?
If any of you die, I could take your bones. I mean, yes.
Okay,
That's a great
no one
idea.
is going to die. Oh my god.
What? I didn't say anything.
You just
Yeah,
said
you did. That was your
just-
outside voice.
you just
Yes,
said
it
that.
was
You just
indeed,
said in your
Declan.
outside voice that you were going to kill, and if anyone dies, you would take the bones.
No, I didn't say that.
You really did. Oh, now
We
I have
have-
second thoughts. I don't know. I
We've
don't
been
know about
alone
this.
for quite a while.
Well, as long as nobody, or rather somebody's always on watch when we're sleeping.
Yeah, we can do it in shifts for sure.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Okay.
Declan, these people are quite strange. They think
Well,
doing
Indrul, I
things without
believe
thinking
we
about
are
them.
quite strange at the moment as well.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fit right in.
Fair enough.
I'm going to make one singular request. If you're going to be traveling with us, if I see you get within 5 feet of that little goblin back there, and she points to Trixmix, and imagine Trixmix probably waves a little bit,
Yeah.
I will not hesitate.
Declan
Okay.
goes, "Hello!"
Oh, you seven thinking that you could do anything. Quite arrogant.
This isn't a 7 thing. This is a I have 2 axes, and if you hurt my goblin mentee, I will put them in your face. That's all this is.
I would like to point out that I vanished and snuck up behind your entire party while you were all looking in this direction. Keep that in mind before you threaten me.
Very
Declan,
impressive when we weren't.
Declan nudges
Just
Indrul.
saying.
Very impressive.
If you stay away from the goblin, we'll be fine. All right? Let's not get all hostile. Just stay away from her, and nothing.
It's a
bad's gonna
basic
happen.
rule.
No interest in her.
Declan
Perfect.
elbows Indrul and he's like, "I like her."
You would, wouldn't you, Declan? You would.
Oh yes,
I
violence is always the answer.
Violence is always the answer.
I agree.
See, she gets
So
it.
why
High
are we
five.
fighting? We're all on the same side.
Yeah,
I didn't
violence,
say we were
right.
Fighting. I just don't threaten me.
Oh, don't threaten me, he says after he holds a knife to my neck after I do nothing to him.
I mean, you're a dwarf. I was just going to presume that you would do it something. You always
Okay.
Okay, let's stop with all the casual racism getting thrown
I swear,
around.
if he says that
do.
one more time,
At this point, Indral's hat will pop up to the side a little bit and reveal a little bit longer pointed ears.
So he's like an elf.
it's a clock.
If anybody wants to roll,
Right.
what would you say?
I mean, you guys can
Aaron.
see that he's a half elf.
Okay, right. So, a little fun fact about us: we don't really go in for that whole old grudges nonsense. If you accompany us back to our city, you'll notice a fair population of both goblins and dwarves.
I don't care
So,
about goblins or dwarves.
well,
It's just you're very short-sighted.
Okay,
Okay.
that sounds like very casually ingrained racism, but okay.
You have to admit that was a good one.
Well, it's look like it's making me reconsider, I won't lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've heard worse. That's fair. That's a good one.
Maybe we could open up a comedy show, Declan. Seeing as I can't remember what the hell we're doing here.
I believe things that are distinctly not evil.
Well, I'm sold.
See, he gets
Yeah,
it.
sounds good enough.
We'll certainly try, I suppose. Shall we then?
Well, if you're
I
ready to
still
go.
have no idea where we're going, but pack
Well-
up the camp, would you, Declan?
But of course, and he like claps his hand, and the everything just kind of rolls up and goes away.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
handy.
That's
I didn't know that.
very handy.
That's impressive. You'll have to teach me to do that one.
Awesome.
Yeah,
It's all in the
Declan's
lack
great.
of wrists, right, Declan?
Yes, the lack of tendons really help.
Is it possible to have just skeleton hands and keep the rest intact?
I mean, I could chop them off and see what I could do.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not that
Oh, no,
curious.
not this
You won't get
puppet
me
show.
like that.
Not this puppet show again, Declan. It was horrible the last time. in Roll
What?
1.
The child loved it.
A
The child
puppet
was
show?
crying, Declan.
Well, that's... Well, I don't know emotions. I'm a skeleton.
Yeah, I
Well,
can't
come
really
on,
read people
guys.
either.
So, where are we going, anyway?
Well, we're on the way back to our kingdom that we rule, the city of Dongaroom.
And will there be any intermission stops between there, or are we going straight there?
With our luck, there'll be lots.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we do have to sleep, unlike the elf and skeleton.
We will be stopping in Dordarim. There's a little bit of a shortcut.
You see him at the name of that Declan kind of like goes rigid, and you hear his jaw clacking a little, and then he goes, "Ah, yes, Doldarim. We will head there straight away. Follow me."
I don't know if we want to follow Declan specifically. I love you, but apparently your sense of direction is not great.
Leaves something to be desired, perhaps.
That's the first time. Or sorry, wow, fucking Rivnor coming out.
I get it.
That's
No.
the first time that he's tried to lead anywhere.
Oh, really?
It's strange.
Oh,
Has he
That's
done the
suspicious.
is the click clack thing with the jaw new, or does he just do that?
Is he stimming?
He's
Sorry.
a skeleton. Everything that he does click clacks.
Oh man, built-in stimming. I wish.
Right,
I think
well,
that's
you
just
got me
not
there.
being normal.
So, do you guys? Here's the question to you guys: do you guys follow Declan?
Okay, let's put it to a vote. Yeah, do we follow Declan?
Yeah, I
Follow
say we
Declan.
give the old college try.
I mean, if he seems to be going the right way,
I mean,
Yeah.
we know the direction that we want to go. So I mean, like,
yeah.
if he's straying from the path, then we'll step in. Yeah, right.
I feel like
Yeah.
we should catch up to him at least and be like, "Hey, what you doing?"
So while you're traveling, you'll notice that Indral talks to himself.
And what does he say?
Let's see how far we travel, and I'll get you to roll perception.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I don't like this.
So, you guys follow Declan, who is trudging knowingly through the snow, and shockingly, day after day, nothing bad seems to happen.
Huh.
And even on your seventh day, you guys come up to that house that you stayed in that one time on the way here. and you guys are able to fully rest and everything. And the next morning, Declan will say, "Well, off we go!" And he will start trudging in the right direction again.
Huh.
The days pass, and you guys haven't noticed any sort of deviation from the path. At this point, I'll let you guys do your perception rolls on Indral.
Yes.
So what's the total there? So 8. So 18 times 2 is 36. 44 plus 12 is 56. 20. Okay, so you rolled above the 60. So you will hear Indral like telling himself to shut up quite frequently, and like whispering in kind of a primal language as well. Seems to be very off character considering like the rest of the time he's just like walking normally and straight. Seems very odd, and the fact it kind of inserts itself kind of like the random shit in the middle of his sentences, like that I'm gonna take over the world. Though the rest of his banter with Declan is fairly normal.
Huh.
Hmm.
Slightly concerning, but
And on the 10th day, you come into a into a familiar valley, and up ahead, you can see the entrance to Dol Darim.
Wow.
And then,
That's unexpected.
as you guys
Yeah.
kind of like come into this valley, Declan goes rigid again and click clacks, and we'll say, "We have arrived! Ha! Where are we?"
You're right there, friend?
Never been better.
Did you take my rangering skills? Because I have no idea where we are right now.
That is quite possible, I suppose.
Well, maybe once I get a chance to look at a map.
Right, well, I mean, the city will definitely have what you need, but are you sure he's never done that before?
Do you think I would have been wandering the wilderness for several months if he could have done that?
Right, yeah, that's fair enough. That's a good point.
Also, I wonder if you fit in my bag here.
Excuse me?
I've never tried a small creature.
That's okay.
I consent.
Nope. No, I don't think you're gonna put the goblin in the bag.
It was just a interesting question.
Mhm.
I believe they could. What is it? 10 minutes of air, if I remember. I don't know. We'll see.
10 minutes of what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, are we going in the city or not?
Hey.
And as you guys are walking towards the city, Tamaki, you actually see like Trix Mix is actually holding like the skeletal pinky of Declan as they're walking down towards the city.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love that. Friends.
Alrighty.
Indra will be keeping his distance a little bit from the others,
Fair enough.
including Declan. I think he's had about enough of him.
Declan.
I think as we walk along the bridge here, I think Zuglag notices that Indral's kind of hanging back a little bit, and he kind of does the same, and like comes back kind of to where he is. I can find my self. There he is. Just as we're walking, they'll just kind of saunter alongside him, He'll go, so, Indral, you
Yes?
really have no idea of the tick you got going on?
I'm not sure what you're on about.
You've been muttering to yourself pretty much the entire trip. It's subtle, but it's there.
I mean, don't most brilliant minds talk to themselves once in a while?
Well, I mean, up until about 2 weeks ago, I thought gods were imaginary friends, so anything's
Oh no, they're very dangerous.
Oh yes,
Probably shouldn't piss them off.
ideally, yeah, I've kind of come to realize that, but I'm just gonna ask you point blank, no bullshit, man to man or goblin to elf, however you want to phrase it up. Are you okay?
I've lost 2 years of my memory. I was sent to retrieve an artifact that could potentially destroy the world that I know nothing about. No, I would say no on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm at about 2, but I'm working on it.
Okay, well, good. I mean, you're talking to somebody who basically lived in abject poverty in the Badlands for most of his life, suddenly became rich and in control of a kingdom. Let's see, what else have I done? Fought androids. I've almost been eaten by a dragon. I'm kind of in the same shoes as you here. I figured, you know, if there is anybody who could maybe relate a little bit to what you're going on, it might be me.
Well, I mean, so long as you're not making any deals with any weird deities, I think you should be fine. But your comrade up there questioning me on making such a deal. The nerve! A member of the Inquisition making a dark deal. That's about as likely as a meteor falling on your head.
Well, I mean, stranger things have happened, but, I mean, Tamaki didn't mean it with any kind of offense. We were just kind of collecting data and trying to help you out.
Well, what the Inquisition knows on the gambler, for whatever reason she asked, is he seems to be out for himself. I don't know if he's necessarily what I would call evil, but certainly an interesting chap when you get down to it. But still, just a petty patron from my knowledge. Though, anything that I might have learned in the last 2 years, just poof! So, yeah, maybe he's worse now.
Well, with our luck, I wouldn't put it past him, but, I don't know what your plans are for the future, but, I don't know, I wanted to check in with you and just, you take care of yourself, alright?
I'm the only one that can.
Well, I don't know, Declan doesn't seem so bad.
I believe Declan is a split off of my personality. Not entirely sure. There might be a bit of himself in there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe, but he's
certainly
he's worth looking after. I mean, he seems like a stand-up gentleman. Is that the proper term for a skeleton?
Gentle bones.
Well, he certainly wears the armor well. Though I'm sure I'll get shit for that when I get back.
Hey, Zuglag, make a perception check for me.
Sure.
Never mind.
No.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Don't like that.
All right. Well, I mean, as long as you say you're okay, let's get into the city here and let's see if we can't get you sorted out.
I'll also get you to roll Arcana and see if you can beat that.
Okay.
Which
Come
was a
on,
really bad roll
Ziggy.
considering I have a +5.
Oh,
Nope.
okay.
You don't know
Well,
anything. You don't notice anything strange.
Yep, that's Zuggy. Sky
What's
sure is
Slig,
blue
right?
today.
He says in a cavern.
As your 7 didn't know that she can call upon 7 knowledge. Preposterous.
Cut her some slack. She's been going through a lot.
Really? A lot more than possibly losing people who you had long-time friends and waking up in the middle of the wilderness with no recollection of them?
Actually, more or less, yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, well. Perhaps I should cut her some slack then. We'll see. Also, you said you're rich, correct?
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Well, I may need to ask you for an IOU. I may have a trinket here that may be worth the value, but I seem to have lost the majority of, well, whatever I had with me.
How much would you need?
Oh, I'd say maybe 100 gold.
Oh. And, yeah, I'll just go into his pouch and pull out the 100 and give it to him.
This is a big character development moment for Zug. He's like willingly giving over a hundo, like it's fucking not like, oh yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, I do have almost 12,000 gold in my pocket right now, so technically it is kind of nothing.
Gosh.
Yeah,
The
but
point
he's
is
giving
that
up shinies.
Yeah,
but
that's
at the
fair.
start
That's
of the
fair.
campaign, you would have never.
And Indril will rummage through his bag of odds and ends. Is there anything in particular you like?
Well, you were showing us that that weird little the case square thing before, right? Is that particularly important to you?
Ooh, okay, can Indril roll perception on this one?
Make an insight check.
Insight?
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, why are you interested in it? I obviously encased it for some reason. I don't just willy-nilly bind an object inside an anti-magic field.
Oh, I get that, and I'm sure it's really foreboding for what's essentially a die. But now, when I came out from the Badlands, I was a lot different than I am now, and I spent a lot of time going from bar to bar in different cities, and did my fair share of gambling in the process. I just thought it might be nice to keep in my chambers back at the castle as a little reminder of how far I've come.
That's pretty
I'm gonna
plausible
let-
too.
I'm gonna let the dice decide this one.
You don't even need to. Like that's considering your insight was poor.
Yes, but it is a magical artifact, and he's a member of the Inquisition. So let's.
I was also literally telling the truth.
Yeah, no, but this is more of like a, will he give it away for only 100 gold?
Yeah, okay, that's fair. All right.
Because that, from his knowledge, he thinks that this is possibly a very powerful magical item, right? What do you... Wow, why did I click that? Alright, let's roll your persuasion against my passive charisma, I guess.
I should mention that I have a 9 persuasion, but I'll probably still roll a 1. Nope, I'm good.
Jeez. Freaking persuasion, man.
Normally, I wouldn't give away a magical item of such possible nature, but I am in a bit of a pickle. Would you consider an extra 400 gold on top of what you've given me? As I really don't know the nature of this thing, I can't assume that it's absolutely horrible, but I feel like 100 gold would be a waste. I need to at least get back to the Inquisition to be able to report what's gone on. Even if I don't really know what that is.
I suppose that's fair. You do have a long journey ahead of you, and Declan seems like the exploring type, so I'm sure you'll get sidetracked along the way.
Declan doesn't have an ounce of exploration in his bones. I don't know where that came from, but it's quite odd.
Yeah, he seems like quite the character, doesn't he?
You have no idea.
Well, I suppose a deal's a deal, and I'll give him the 400.
All right.
Alright. And you now have a black dice encased in a anti-magic field.
Alrighty.
Hey, Zuglag.
I do not take it out of that field.
You hear a voice in your head. Well done, boy. I believe I can reward you for that one. and you feel your other dice recharged.
Zuglag does his best to keep a straight face.
So the rest of the party, you guys are currently heading into the.
Wow.
You guys are heading into the city. Where do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to go to the tavern?
I could use a drink.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
Pretty good. Pretty good idea.
All
Let's
right.
go to drink.
Drink.
I would, at some point, like to head to an apothecary in town as well. I'm running a little low on
of-
potions,
I'm going
good
to
idea.
step away for a minute to get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
and I'm really hoping that the apothecary in this town is a lot speedier than ours.
I actually have to pee really bad, so I'll be right back as well.
Yeah, let's do a
No,
little
no,
quick
the
little-
gods have left.
They've abandoned us.
They've all
Uh-huh.
abandoned us.
Well, since people are sidebarring here, I'm going to make a little drink too, so I guess we'll 5-minute intermission.
I will
Okay.
also make a drink.
Yes.
Since
I will
everybody
also
else,
get a drink.
if
I will
everybody's
also
doing
get
it.
a drink.
Drinks all around!
Yay! Everybody's getting a drink. It's like we're
Let's
at
get
a
to
Peer
it.
tavern.
pressure.
Feeling it?
Bourbon and coke, coke and bourbon.
Side note, you have no idea how to open that magic field on that box.
That's fair, and I really don't want to anyway.
Hello?
Hello?
You might be able to ask your patron, no.
I'm
Boy.
actively trying to avoid it, boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so glad I brought that into this campaign.
Oh,
So glad.
I'm honestly kind of glad you did too. I mean, I already obviously knew about it, but gave
There, I had
Zuglag
a
a
good
reason to do
chuckle.
it. Oh boy.
Seriously, out of character, I am loving Declan. Just
Declan is a
what a
gift.
guy.
The banter
Yeah.
between the two of you, god tier, wonderful.
Fucking 10 out of 10.
We came up with all this in a span of a week as well, which is pretty,
Oh, shit.
Amazing.
pretty
I
funny.
love it. I love it.
10 out of 10. Love it. It's great.
I wasn't sure what was happening because I saw that you were in the call, and I'm like, is there gonna be another call out?
No 7 help this week.
This is good. I'm liking it. a
Well,
lot,
aside from the little tip I gave you, because
which I very much appreciate. Holy shit.
there's a lot of questions you could ask to an inquisitor. So don't hesitate. Aside from what's happened in the last 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of questions he might be able to answer.
Ah, the never-ending curse of playing an absolute dumbass character. Here's a wellspring of knowledge you could learn, and he doesn't think to ask any of it.
Indril is supposed to be extremely smart. I have like +5 on all of his like charisma-related abilities, and I've fucked up every roll. It is very, very disheartening.
Yeah, no, I get you. I mean, Zuglag's got a charisma of 16, and he normally rolls like ass, so...
The one other time that I played D&D that wasn't with Farron, I did like a first session with some of my friends, and I went and I made this half-elf character I was very excited about, and she was honestly almost like a precursor to my first character, Firefell, and she was supposed to have fire magic. Every single time I tried to use fire magic, which was the base of all my magic, I fucked up every single roll. And so our DM was just like, yeah, you sort of just like rub your hands together, it just goes poof, and nothing happens. That happened like 6 times in the one session we played. I didn't launch a single fireball. It was so embarrassing. It's like, yeah, I'm really in fire magic. I'm really good at it. No, I'm not. I'm lying, I guess.
That's great character development, though.
It is. Yeah.
This is my thing! No, it isn't.
Alright, is everyone back?
Oui, monsieur.
Brina, I feel like you've barely said anything this whole time. I like
And
honestly,
yet I am wide awake.
I kind of forgot that you were here.
That's
Wow.
Are you awake this time?
Oh,
I am awake this time.
I was gonna go with an Antonio Banderas accent for Indril, but it's too hard to maintain.
Oh,
I
darn.
see you are over there with my skeleton.
Okay, so you to start up again. You guys enter the tavern, and Declan will be the first one to speak as you guys enter the tavern. He's like, "Ha ha! We have entered a tavern. This is a first for me. I don't know if I can drink actually. Can we find out?"
Yeah, we can find out.
I will pay good money to find out.
Indril will pinch his nose and just walk by everybody right to the bar.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then what do we do in here? Do we sit, drink, make merry?
Yeah, we sit, we drink, we talk. Yeah.
Wonderful,
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Just
Hey, Boney lad, first round's on me, eh?
That's great, because I do not have any money.
Oh, I gotcha. Come on, let's see if this works. And I'll order a round.
All right, a serving girl comes over. She's, you see her take a wide-eyed look at Declan, and she looks over at you confused, and she's like, yes?
Hey, first thing, yes, it's exactly what it looks like. Second, let's get a round for the table, huh? Tall ales.
Will that creature also be having one? Ha ha! Yes, madam, I will. And she kind of like is startled by his loud, boisterous voice.
Ah, don't mind him, he's harmless. He's a good sport, actually.
And he squirrels off. Trix comes and sits in your lap, Tamaki.
Amazing. Do you want a drink?
Yeah, fuck yeah, I do.
Hell yeah.
one apple juice.
Fuck
No,
you.
she's not
I'm an adult.
fucking apple juice.
Oh, keep forgetting you're an adult.
Yes.
I'm 27.
When's your birthday? We should make your birthday a holiday.
Fuck yeah.
The whole kingdom stops.
The whole kingdom stops. None of us celebrate our birthdays in any huge way, but Trix makes his birthdays a fucking citywide holiday.
Tamaki,
Like
make
it.
an Arcana check.
Absolutely, I'm on it. Arcana. Is my token selected? No, it wasn't. There we go.
Sadly, not enough.
Okay.
You notice nothing when Indra looks over and shakes his head at you guys.
The servant girl comes back with large mugs of ale for everyone and brings it to the other
Thank
table as
you.
well. And Declan will pick his up, and he will say, "Well, let us see what happens." And-
Cheers to your health, eh?
And he'll just down the entire thing, and you just see like ale splash at the bottom of him and onto the chair and onto the floor. Well, that was kind of counterproductive. I don't know why I thought that would work.
I suppose anything's possible, isn't it?
I was really hoping it was gonna work.
Same.
Zuglag's actually like choking back laughter, like, nah, it's all right, big lad. You gotta learn somehow, right?
Indeed. Life is but. I had something there. Hold on.
Box of bone broth.
Calm down, Gwyneth.
Life is just a series of events to learn things from.
Hey, it's awful
Yeah.
profound.
You can cross-stitch that. Put that on a pillow in your living room. Jeez.
And he kind of yells across the tavern to Karen, "You hear that? There's another saying for your business."
Oh, fabulous!
Can that be
Anything to
Karen's?
not be doing this anymore.
Can that be Karen's actual character arc? Is that she invents like the love laugh signs and just has like a little
Billionaire.
business?
Yes. Oh my god, I'm the Ray Dunn.
Oh my
Of the
god.
Aaron Vince right done.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I love it.
Why is
I love
that
it, I love it, I love
perfect?
it.
Horrific. I will. I
Where
love
else
it.
is your character supposed to go? Like instead of Ray Dunn, it's Karen Skullthrasher. Amazing.
How about a great, I have a great another slogan for you. How about, die, cry, hate.
I
that
mean,
have a
it
good
does
ring
kinda
to
seem
it?
up our alley.
We're a live, laugh, love family.
You just don't seem the type, I'll be honest. I get a very, angsty energy from you.
That's the irony of it all. Okay, you'll catch up someday.
He, kind of elbows, Zuglag. You know she's evil, right?
Zuglag kind of like chokes on his ale a little bit, like. Oh, the sword thing. Oh yeah, that's old
Yes.
news. Yeah.
Yes, there's a deep darkness about her.
Yeah,
You
it's
should
the
watch
sword.
and be careful of that one.
As long
Yeah.
as she doesn't actually kill anyone with the sword, it's fine.
But from the aura that I can see around her, she has done a lot of killing with that sword.
She has. We're working on it.
Yeah, she's used that a lot to Mackie. That's kind of like her thing. I don't know.
Speaking
Never
of
mind
evil
for our federal
beings,
run.
Oh
what's
my
up with your
God.
fox?
See,
Oh, Sutsuko? Yeah, the
That one just seems like it's dripping pure evil.
Mitsuko is eyeing the piano in the corner, not really paying
Nice.
attention to the conversation.
There's no sausages in there.
You didn't put me in there.
She flicks her tail annoyingly.
We're at a restaurant. We can just order you sausages like normal.
Yes,
Yes.
this
do
would be
that,
best.
Please. So Sutsuko is like, oh gosh, like a Fey spirit, but don't worry, we have like a weird sort of like soul tie thing, and she's been chill for a while, so I mean, I wouldn't worry too much.
Well, it's your funeral, not mine. I'm already dead. Hey, Indril.
She's not incorrect.
Well, I don't know if I'd say dead, but you're certainly not alive, my friend. If I could call you that.
Well, I would hope so. We have been together for 7 months. It'd be unfortunate if we were not at this point.
Yes, but what will they say if I go back and I say I befriended a skeleton?
Well,
they don't care. They hate me
you're
anyway.
a necromancer. Wouldn't that be par for the course?
Well, they already don't like me.
Well,
How do you know that?
Can you roll a history check to see if you know why the Inquisition wouldn't particularly like him?
Zuglag, you can't pass this check no matter what.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I don't know anything about the Inquisition.
He also doesn't know anything really because he's from the Badlands.
Roll persuasion, and we'll see if Indra will open up.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Come on, 9.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh,
uh,
Job.
well, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the Inquisition kind of chased off my people.
Like, really?
Yes, they're not a big fan of the High Elves. As you know, they were trying to take over the world, so to speak. Not very nice
Oh,
with their magic.
They successfully had control of most of the world.
Yes. And the Inquisition fought them back many, many years ago, along with many other nations. What the hell? Where did I save this stuff?
Zuglag is like nodding along like he knows all this. He absolutely 100% does not.
So, an elf being part of the Inquisition is, well, let's just say it's not doing me any favors.
so why do you want to be part of the Inquisition if they did all of that to your people?
I'm searching for my father.
Oh,
Oh, he's likely perished.
oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
I've never really known him.
Could not imagine. Could you guys imagine not knowing Jeffrey? Jeez.
Well, in all fairness, my
No.
clan were kind of assholes, so.
Fair.
And not having eye candy like Jeffrey around would be a real disappointment.
Is it ever going to end? Is it ever
Her
going to
dad
stop?
is really hot. He is a
Gosh.
total thirst trap.
Everyone keeps talking about how hot my dad is, and I just obviously I
Perhaps.
can't see it.
Perhaps you'd like to bone him.
You can talk to Bass
Yeah.
about that.
This guy's got jokes, doesn't he?
This guy's my new best friend. He's amazing.
Indril is just shaking his head.
What do you mean?
Unsure how this is part of his personality.
Will, you were gonna say something?
You best friend, he says.
I'm only kidding, big lad. You got a special place in me heart. You know that.
Yeah, well, we've saved each other's lives enough times.
Yeah, right. Takes another long swig of ale, just 1,000-yard stare. Ugh.
Speaking of which, excuse me for a moment. And Zuglag will hop out of his chair and kind of go over to Bass's table, sit down next to him. Hey, Bass, how you doing? How you holding up?
Surprisingly well, all considered.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was kind of a close call there.
Yeah, it was That guy really fucked me up.
Yeah,
And then, I woke up and Tootsieko's face was just licking me, and that itself is kind of fucked up, so. But I'm okay.
okay. Well, good. You're all really worried about you there. I mean, that was one hell of a fight. I can't believe we pulled that out.
You know what? I can't believe it either. To be honest with you, I don't know what happened. Like, yeah. Can't remember his name. Oh my god. The guy was like right on top of me. 1, 2, everything goes black. And then I'm just nothing. And I don't know, there's nothing there. And there's like, I saw this blue light to one side of me. And then I looked back and there was Tootsieko and just this waft of sausages
Yeah,
calling me back.
That never really goes away, does it?
So gross.
Apparently
Oh, sausage.
it can like go across planes of existence, I guess, and I almost went towards the blue light even still, because my parents are over there. I know it.
Oh.
Zuglai kind of like nods his head, like he kind of gets it a little bit.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm awful glad you didn't go into that light, my friend. I hope you know that, I mean, we might joke around that your powers are a little out of whack and, we might make fun a little bit, but I hope you know that you're just as valuable member of this team as anybody else. Me, Tamaki, even Karen.
No, I'm much more valuable than Karen, but I appreciate you trying to level everybody.
Well,
Excuse me?
You're by the bar. You don't hear this.
I can hear it. They're not
Well,
being quiet.
Zuglai will kind of hop up and he'll put a hand on Bast's shoulder just as he goes to leave and he'll go,
I'm really happy you're still with us, Bast. I would have missed you if you were gone.
You know what? I've missed it too. I think without you guys, I wouldn't have come back. I would have just gone.
I guess you owe us one then, eh? And he gives him a little bop on the shoulder.
Yeah, I can't believe this is the tavern where we all met for the first time. It seems like so long ago.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
and he kind of like
Yeah.
turns around and looks around.
We were like sitting just over at that table and you and I played dice. That's how we met.
That's right. God, it has been a long time, hasn't it?
Gambling since forever, eh, boy?
I can't believe that, like,
Everything okay there, Zuglag?
yeah, sorry, just an itch on the back of me neck. He kind of scratches a little bit. Yes. It's hard to believe that, like, not that long ago, we were all just regular folk. I mean, we rule a kingdom now. I mean, wow. Who could have predicted?
A serving girl interrupts and walks over with a massive plate, steaming piled high with meats and sausages, and puts it on the table in front of Tutsuko.
Tutsuko starts eating politely. Because they're eating
Politely, because we're inside.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's character development right
She's
there.
learning.
Yeah.
With a knife and fork, it's really weird.
Yeah.
They're just taped to either paw, so it's just like knife, fork, knife, fork.
You know, since Tutsuko brought me back, I feel a little bit funny. Like, I feel like almost better than when we're in the fight.
Really? It seems odd.
I know. I just like hold out my hands and they kind of gently glow the same color as Tutsuko's aura, like that dark kind of navy blue.
Oh,
Oh.
well, that's new.
Yeah.
Zuzuko wags her tail.
Tsukiko, do you know anything about this?
I've never revived another's life before. Who knows what the side effects are?
Oh, shit. Well, let's hope that that doesn't severely come back to bite us in the ass.
Yep.
Like you said, you feel better. I choose to take that as a win, eh?
Me too. And I'll clap him on the back.
Oh. Well, I'll leave you to it, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm happy you're still with us. And you will.
Tamaki finishes her drink and then picks Trix up and sits her down. I'll be right back. And before Zuglai can sit down, sort of walks around, just be like, "Can I talk to you for a second?"
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, come over here. And she purposefully sits over here, away from everyone. And is like, "I really appreciate you checking in on Bast like that. And it's been a minute since we've checked in. You know, I feel like it's all been very go since everything has happened, and I just wanted to see how are you doing? I feel like you check in with a lot of other people, but what's going on with you? Something seems I don't know. It's just I feel like we talk a lot, even in between everything, but I feel almost like you've been avoiding me or something. Did I do something wrong?"
No, you didn't do anything wrong, Tamaki. It's just this last combat was a lot, and it was a lot to deal with. And to be honest, I mean, in so many words, you're more or less a god now. As I was saying to our weird pointy-headed friend, I didn't think gods were really a thing until about 2 weeks ago. So that's a lot to deal with, on top of also, oh, one of my greatest friends and closest associates is now also one. It's just been a long month.
Yeah, it's been a long month. I can attest to that. I can agree. I mean, obviously. It's just, I hope that you know that even with this and all of the other everything that's happening and the responsibility that I have, I still want us, to be really great friends. I know that I feel like more and more I'm coming to realize that what we have happening here, it's not going to be like this forever. I mean, nothing is forever or whatever, but I mean, it's still like this right now. And I would still like to enjoy it for what it is right now. And I just want to make sure that you're okay. Just, I don't know. I trust you a lot. I trust everyone here, but I mean, I wouldn't just be willing to give up my life for just anybody,
Yeah, I do appreciate that, Tamaki. Thank you. I mean, yeah, it's just, it's a lot, and when we started out on this adventure, I didn't think that anything like this would even come close to happening, and now we're finally at the outset, and we got Trix back, which is amazing. I was very, very helpful, and I just, with all this business you told us about the Violet and all this business, I I get the impression that we're still far from done. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Tamaki. I'm tired. This has been so much, and I'm happy that we did this, and everything going on. I mean, my life is better now than it ever has been, even despite the fact that I've almost died like an uncountable amount of times. But I don't know. It's a lot for one goblin to handle.
Makes a lot of sense. It's very fair. I mean, I feel it too. I think all of us feel tired, you know? It's
Yeah.
been a crazy year. But just point is that I hope you know that, like, you can always talk to me about anything, right?
Yeah, I know. I know.
It doesn't sound like it. I don't know. This is what I'm talking about. It's just I feel like we're having this conversation and it feels like you're not even like here. And I'm not saying I don't trust you. I'm trying to take your word for it. You're just tired, and I mean we're all tired. We've been traveling and this and that and the other thing, but it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm thinking too much about it just because like I'm still all shook up from everything that happened, and it's just I just want to ask, and like, who, if you had to say, and she like purposely like leans over like closer and speaks lower, like, who do you think made the deal? Because, I mean, it's not you. Like, why would it be you? But I mean, like, and again, I don't want to like not trust anyone else, but it's just like, do you have any idea? Because I've been like looking, and I have no clue who it could be. And I don't want to think that Rivner would lie, but I don't know. Maybe I have too much on my mind right now.
Make a perception check.
This would probably be insight, not perception.
Sorry, which one?
Insight or perception.
Insight or... Let's see which one is better for me to do. Not too bad. Insight and... they're both the exact fucking same. Great. So I guess I'm just gonna pick insight.
Nope. You don't notice anything.
Fuck. God damn it. It's not gonna count, but I wanna... Okay, wouldn't have mattered. Either way, they would have been the exact same. Okay, that's fine.
Brilliant. I love it.
Okay.
Okay. He kind of leans in a little closer to her. I have a very, very good idea of who it is, but I'm not comfortable bringing it up and talking about it anywhere in the proximity of somebody whose purpose it is to hunt down artifacts or presumably magical persons. So as soon as our little pointy-headed friend is on his way, when we get back to the kingdom, I give you my word, I will fill you in on what we know, but I'm not comfortable talking about that in his presence right now.
She seems like
speaking
heave like a big sigh of relief, and she like sort of like leans back, like leans forward, like hand on shoulders, like, thank you so, like, I very, very much appreciate that, because I feel like there's just so much on my shoulders all the time, and it's just like another thing, and to know that you know something, but I trust you so much, this makes it a lot easier. Like, it's perfectly fine. We can talk about it when we get back to the kingdom, but thank you.
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of like weakly smiles and nods at you.
It's at this point that you saw Idril walk past you up to the stage.
And at that moment, Tamaki sort of like still has her hand on her shoulder, and she kind of like shakes him a little bit and like nods towards the stage, like, what is he doing?
I don't even think he knows.
Are you gonna go up there and play too? Have a jam sesh?
I'm not sure that's healthy for anybody in the building.
Anyway, let's go back to everyone else. I'll buy you a drink this time.
You're too kind.
And Tamaki goes back to like her seat, and she just like picks Trix back up and sits down and puts her back in her lap and like gestures over for the waitress and orders some more ale.
Hello? There we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
yeah.
Stupid thing. Okay, hang on. Test. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool. All right. So you'll notice as Indril walks up to the stage, he's kind of got a blank look on his face. Not the kind of blank look he usually has, but like a very like look that he's not present. And he'll pick up the lute, and you'll start to hear this.
Sounds like he is much better than you.
Yeah, all right. Don't rub it in.
Well, the bony king of nowhere, he sat upon that throne. They didn't much like sitting there, 'cause that throne was made of stones. And then he'll like snap out of it and be like, "What the hell? Where am I?"
He like cups like her hands like over her mouth. Is like, keep playing. What's the next part? I was invested.
Did you all hear that?
I think I did.
What the hell is
no.
going on? Why am I playing a lute?
Oh, hi.
Why am I holding a lute?
Indril,
Because you're good
Indril.
at it!
I've
like
never
waves you
touched
over.
one in my life.
As far as you remember, I remember. Quite good we were.
Are you? I'm so confused right now. And Indril just walk towards the bar.
The bard up there will kind of like shake his head and just go back to playing music.
Very strange.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that little performance.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I was just holding the lute.
So you don't remember? You got up there and you played a little song and you sang, pretty well actually. And you do not remember this.
I have no idea what you're on about.
You never have any idea what I'm on about. It's like I'm speaking Greek.
What's
What's
a Greek?
Mamma mia, here we go again. Should we get out of here soon?
Nice. Brilliant. 10 out of 10.
Okay, Indril, let me phrase it to you this way here. If I said to you, the King of Bones, does that mean anything to you?
No, not really. Should
Oh.
it?
Well, it's what you just sang, so yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, this is just like a running theme with you, isn't it? Well, all right then. I suppose maybe we should probably look into that. You all heard that, right? King of Bones sitting on his throne, didn't want to stay there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't
Yeah.
subtle.
Right. Why do I suddenly get the feeling like we're being watched?
Yep.
Oh.
Probably right.
Oh.
I am suddenly much more uncomfortable than I was before.
Oh, it's things like that. Do you have a way of changing the air in a room?
Right. Gulgun, I don't suppose you know anything about anything like that. It seemed magic-y.
I mean, I think we all know what it's referencing.
Right, but like,
I think he means more that he doesn't remember and he just went up there clearly not himself and played a little ditty.
Yeah,
An
like
ominous ditty.
did you see his eyes? His eyes were like doing a thing.
I mean, he's been a very strange lad this whole time.
Sutsuko, why are you going over there? Sutsuko, what are you doing?
My microphone isn't turning on. No. Hello.
We hear
Hello.
Is it on? Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Tsuko is like kind of going up to him, and she'd like to do a couple of checks on him, if that's okay.
Sure.
Like
On
a
Indra?
little bit of Arcana.
Ooh.
All right.
maybe a
Wow.
Okay.
little bit of insight, maybe a little bit of.
Well, I
don't
think
know,
you'll
what else?
glean a little info with just the
Yeah, you're
Arcana.
good.
I think
Yeah, just
might
the
be good.
26
Oh.
Arcana like it's nothing.
Yay! There we go.
Wait,
Just
wait,
sort of,
wait,
like,
wait, wait,
magical
wait, wait.
check.
Gotta do it.
What?
I'm waiting for the gift to drop. What's the gift? What's the gift gonna be?
Oh man, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
You've only won this time.
It needed to roll that much.
True.
While you guys are doing that, you'll see Declan will kind of push his chair back and say, "Let's see if I have any latent musical talent."
I
And
can't wait
he
to see
will
this.
Oh,
he will saunter up on the
oh
stage.
no. We're gonna get kicked out of this
Oh,
tavern, aren't we?
no.
Don't you
Family
dare
owns
stop
this
him.
tavern. We'll get kicked out of nowhere.
Gold at them. They'll let us stay over.
Tamaki is like
And
visibly excited and is like Trix, you have watch this. We are watching this so intensely.
he's walking up to the bard and he's like, "Excuse me, good sir, may I play a ditty?" And the bard is like, "Yeah, man, sure, whatever." Everyone just keeps coming on my ruining my set, fucking. And then he sits down and starts playing the piano.
Oh.
Oh,
Mm,
oh god.
While this is going on, Indral's eyes are going to be glowing very bright green.
Why?
This sounds way too familiar. How does he know it?
I think Zucklig's hands instinctively go to his daggers on his belt, like just subconsciously.
I was gonna say Golgurn's hair stands up on end, but
Yeah, Tamaki is like Tamaki before had like a fairly like relaxed sort of like stance in the chair, and when the music started, she like was visibly holding Trix Mix like closer to her, and it's just like ah.
So
And,
the line that you missed out on, the part that I played, was the first line was the Bony King of Nowhere.
Oh no, I got that.
Okay.
yeah, we got it.
All right. With an Arcana check, you will notice that Indral has a black ring on his finger, and there's like black, like veins coming out into his hand. But it doesn't seem to be something that he overtly notices or pays much attention to.
Sus.
Is Declan still playing, or is he like?
So Declan stops like midway through the song, and he's like, "Well, that was a bit melancholy, but it seems like I do know how to play a ditty. Ha ha!" And then he walks off the stage and comes back.
Yeah. Declan, do you know where you learned that song?
Not a clue.
Of course. Of course.
Well, it's quite the ditty. Very, very good song, and he just starts like chugging the ale.
Yeah, Tamaki does the same. Just like, well composed, truly. Is it Bach?
Like bucked like a chicken.
It's worth a buck.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's
The ring that you
everyone's
guys
a
see, by the way,
comedian.
is
Buy that for $1.
Go ahead.
I just shared a image with you guys, I think. Oh, no, I didn't.
I do
Hold
not
on.
see said image.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Shared it with me, I think. I already know what it looks like, Darren.
Ooh.
Oh, the ring.
Oh,
Okay.
Or do I? Or
Ring.
do I? I don't know anymore.
interesting. Creepy.
What was that you were playing, Declan? I don't recognize it at all.
Neither do I. It
Well,
just
where
kind
did
of
you learn it?
came to me. I don't know. I didn't even know I could play the piano.
I don't know how to play a piano, so I don't know how you know either. Quite
Well, apparently you know how to play a fiddle. Although I do remember us being able to play a fiddle.
I don't remember playing a fiddle ever.
Yes,
The only
that.
thing I know how to play is the flute.
Wait, you know how to play the flute?
Oh yes, he's quite adept.
Did you ever attend band camp?
What's a band camp?
It's like a camp that you go and you do band things and you all play instruments and stuff. What are you talking about? You never been to some...
Where are you from? You are all so strange.
Well, we were sort of an eclectic sort when we got together.
The point of the story is that Jeffrey wanted me to learn to play the oboe and my fingers were too big. Whatever. It was still a fun summer.
Who is Jeffrey?
He's my
Hey,
dad!
Is her dead?
I'm so confused. What does this have to do with anything?
I'm just making conversation, gosh.
By the way,
Sometimes things are just flavor. They don't have to be advancing the plot.
also you guys see a Bast morph from his shapeshifter form into what he currently is.
Did we decide on one? Which one did you pick?
The one that was
One
DM
upstairs.
approved.
The one that was DM approved. Okay, fair.
Oh, hey. Best, I see you changed. Very nice.
Thank you. Hey, Gulgurn, now that we're back in town, we should stop by and let your parents know that you're okay.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm okay. I'm alive.
Oh, do you not want them to see you like this?
Not
Honestly.
particularly.
Yeah,
That's
that
fair.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is it the
I'll send
hair?
them a letter,
I think it's the hair, yeah. It's like a thing,
or lack
right?
thereof.
Do you think
I,
there's a wig maker in town? Could we
Well,
get something
see-
to
That'd be a lot of hair.
I was going to bring this up. Kind of strange, but us dwarves, our beards, they typically grow very quickly, like in a matter of days. However, I seem to have not grown any hair or beard at all, and it's been weeks.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, you're still like bald like a baby.
Oh.
Is there
Hey.
no hair down there either?
Okay.
Let's
we
stay on
don't
top, shall we?
ask that.
Been doing some
actually.
landscaping.
Do you think it was because of the dragon? Like dragon fire? Like just like that whole thing?
I don't know.
We should
Gulgurn, you're,
see if
I've
there
not much
is.
experience with dragons nor their
you're,
fire until we had that little mishap.
you're being silly. I think we should go see your parents. They'll love you no matter what.
I'm saying they wouldn't love them. I'm just saying that like this is like a big thing in their culture, right?
Aye.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna step on Tamaki's foot, and I'll say one more
She's
time.
wearing super heavy, chunky armor, so you stepping on her foot does like nothing. If anything, it hurts you.
It's just supposed to get your attention.
Okay.
And I'll say, we should go see Gulgurn's parents outside of town so that he knows they're safe.
Wait,
Okay.
that we know they're safe. That's what you said.
Okay. Okay. Sure. We can go see Golgurn's parents, if you
Bast.
are this set on it.
Bast, what do you mean by this?
It's just a lot of people in here. It's nice to get out to the countryside and get some free beer. This stuff is way too expensive.
We
Free
have,
beer?
like,
I mean,
so much money, but yeah,
Oh.
free beer, sure.
Goran's kind of digging his nails into the table.
I think Zuglag will like reach over and put a grubby hand on top of his.
Grubby.
You're like,
I love that we are rulers of a kingdom, and Zuglag is just still constantly dirty.
Still
all the
doesn't
time.
bathe.
the filth don't wash out.
So dirty it doesn't wash
If you were
out.
to take a bath, he would actually die.
Yeah, it's like that guy from the Middle East, the world's dirtiest man.
Part of the plot.
Withdrawal from dirt as a
It
bath.
just emanates filth all around him. But yeah,
The extra
yeah, basically-
zone.
And for fucking Charlie Brown.
more or less, yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. It's like,
He's
I know you.
He's like this guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. I know you're nervous, big lad, and you know we'll all be there to support you and everything. But I mean, if nothing else, it might just be nice to pop by and make sure the place is still there. I don't think it's terribly unreasonable to think that you don't even necessarily have to pop in and say hi. Just maybe swing by the neighborhood, make sure everything's okay.
I suppose so. I'm not quite a fan of Bast's welding. It concerns me slightly.
Yeah, that tracks. I mean, he did turn into Tamaki's dad and try to seduce people, so that's
God,
it's
can
not
we
part of his
stop
way.
bringing it up. God,
I
worst time of
haven't
my
turned
life.
into.
Ugh.
Elgon also has to go to bed because he's gonna work in the morning, but
Oh yeah, that's fair too.
I don't know why that was a character, it just was.
No, it's good. Flavorful.
Got brewing to do.
If we're going, let's go.
Alright, I suppose so.
I will lead the way, and I will purposely lead. Oh, before we go, Declan, you want to go meet Golgurn's parents?
Count me out.
Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
You're not Declan.
Yeah, I think you should come.
Oh, yes! Meeting someone's parents? That sounds wonderful. I'm sure it won't be strange and weird for them to see a skeleton.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Okay, let's go.
All right, flesh
And,
sacks, let's
He
go!
does that thing that you do to a friend sometimes when they're already taking a drink and you put your fingers on the bottom of the drink and tilt it up faster than they're ready to get Trix Mix to finish her drink. We're going. Come on, get it in you.
Get it in you.
And then, as we exit the pub, Bast will purposely turn the opposite direction from Golgurn's parents, and then say, "Come on, let's go this way," and lead them, just kind of. To
Hey,
the,
Oh.
this isn't the way, Bast. I don't know if your memory's failing you or.
No, we're gonna go meet your parents outside of town with these two lovely people.
Yeah, it's this way, right?
I think after Bast says that, Zuglag kind of walks up past Golgurn. He doesn't say or acknowledge anything, but he kind of jabs his thumb into his side a little bit and then keeps walking.
Tindrill's getting dragged along.
Declan is just happily walking along.
Why do I have to go?
Oh, don't be such a baby, Indril.
Yeah, don't be a stick in the mud. Let's go.
Why do I have to get with such a cheerful group? Who's a little bit more morose?
All right, so you guys are outside now, outside of the mountain, in a green valley.
All I see is black.
Oh, there we
Oh.
go.
I was okay. There we go.
Still see black.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we are.
I see trees of green.
Well placed, my friend.
Once again, Indra will be hanging back since he's been dragged along.
Indril is at Declan is at the front, and Declan would be like, "How much further till we see the flesh sack's parents?"
I'm pretty sure it was this way. Askell kind of.
Ass, you're definitely taking the lead on this, whatever it is that you're doing.
So where did you learn to play music again?
Are you talking to Declan or Indril?
Indril. I'm at the back.
I haven't practiced it in many years, but I learned to play the flute while I was young in Riverstone.
And what about the lute?
I've never
You
played
were-
the lute before in my life.
It's a little weird, don't you think? Because that was some good lute playing.
I mean, I guess that depends on what your categories for weird are. And keep in mind that I track down magical artifacts for the Inquisition. I see much weirder things. Odd that it's
Weirder-
happening to me because, well, to be quite frank, I usually am fairly immune to this sort of thing.
So, if you had found somebody who was hunting magical objects, couldn't remember anything, and then suddenly had strange new powers, what would you do?
I mean, would you consider the lute a power? It's not like I can take
Oh,
away
I think
the
music is
nature of-
powerful.
For what?
Ask any bard.
You could inspire. Are you a
Do I
bard
look
now?
like the kind who inspires people?
I mean, you definitely look like you're inspiring Declan.
I don't know why Declan is so chipper. If you can answer that question, you may have answered the mystery of the year.
In your travels, have you come across many magical artifacts?
Well, at this point, considering, you know, I'm over 100 years old, may have come across one or two, yes.
You look great for 100. Oh, you're a half elf. That would do it.
Indeed. And high elves live quite a long time to begin with.
So what other kind of magical objects have you found?
I don't know if I should discuss that with you.
Why not?
Roll persuasion. See if you can get it out of him. I've been rolling crappy today, so I feel like you might win. Okay. Well, there's been a lot of mediocre ones, that's for sure, such as rings of protection and magical swords and shields. I did stumble across a sword once that could bring back the person it killed immediately. Certainly interesting.
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Oh yes, when you strike down an opponent, it will resurrect them immediately. That was quite the interesting find, I must say.
Oh. Well, what happened to that sword?
Well, typically I give them back to the Inquisition, and after that I don't know.
Is this ring that you're wearing magic? I'll point to the ring.
I think so.
What does it
Lie
do?
me if I know what it does.
You're wearing a magical artifact that you don't know what it does?
Yes, it was on my finger when I woke up, and I do not have any means to identify it.
I'm pretty handy
you
with
No, I
magic.
wouldn't have put something on that would hurt me.
Uh-huh.
That you know of, or would it hurt other people around you?
Why would I do that? I'm an inquisitor.
I mean, why have you lost all of your memory?
Well, just to hazard a guess, but based on the information your colleague provided, I somehow got hit with some of that violet energy and can't remember a damn thing. If I were to guess, again, I don't even know what Declan was before. He clearly was an Inquisitor based on his armor, but outside of that, if we were close, I don't recall. Though based on my previous interactions with other Inquisitors, I would say not.
I mean, if you want, I'm pretty handy at magic. Maybe I can try to figure out what that ring does for you.
I don't see the need at this time. I will have the Inquisition identify it for me when I return.
No, we insist.
Oh, do you now?
Bast, also make a perception check.
This is not going to go well.
Nope.
It's okay.
That's enough. When he was talking about that sword, you do see an odd kind of like black sword at his side.
When was the last time you said that you were at your ministry?
I mean, I don't remember the last 2 years, but I remember gearing up for some kind of... or being requested for some kind of mission. I hadn't been received the details yet, though.
Anybody else want to pitch in here? Karen, I thought you were going to grab him.
Do you want to ask about the sword?
I...
That's quite the blade you got there. You were just talking about a fancy sword. That looks rather fancy.
I mean, do you think the Inquisitors are armed with trinkets?
Yeah, of course not, but yeah, is perchance that the sword you were talking about? I mean, you do seem to have some memory issues, no offense.
I don't know what it does.
Well, would you mind if I have a peek at it?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose not, though I would suggest you don't strike me with it.
Oh, no, I don't even need to hold it. You can just, hold it out in front of you.
Indril will unsheath the sword and hold it out in front of him.
You guys see a midnight black blade.
Ooh.
And go ahead and make Arcana checks.
Fast. Roll an Arcana check on the ring on his finger instead of the sword.
Ooh. Icy.
Wow. I just can't. I can't today.
I rolled on the sword.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh,
Put it on the 20 counter, baby.
That's not a nat.
Yeah, it's not a
no.
natural 20.
It's a
It was a
dirty
16
20.
plus
It's a
4.
It's a dirty 20.
Would any of them know what that is, though?
Bast, you try to identify the ring, but your knowledge of the arcane is just not quite sufficient enough.
Just,
Woof.
my parents were actually jewelers for well, my entire childhood, and I've never seen a ring like that before.
Well, if it's on my finger, it must be good for something. I wouldn't have put it on if it didn't have some kind of capability that benefited me.
And Zuglag, The sword is actually something that's not like super duper rare. It is. There were a limited number of them ever made, so it is a rare item. But you do know what it is. That is a necrotic longsword. And that is indeed the sword that he was talking about.
Oh. Well, yeah, see here, like the details around the hilt here, I think this is the sword you were talking about.
I mean, it would make sense. I'm a necromancer. Why I have it still is beyond me.
Well, I mean,
Position
everybody
must have given me permission.
seems to track, yeah. Yeah, well, thank you for letting me have a look at it. I appreciate it. I'm something
Are
of
you
an
sure you don't want to
aficionado.
hold it now that you've finished asking me about my business?
Oh, you twisted me arm. You twisted me arm, but I'll pass. I've just got some new daggers here myself, and I'm trying to familiarize myself with them. Thank you,
yes.
Doc.
What do they do?
Oh, they help me be a little bit more sneaky.
May I see one?
Well, I don't see the harm, and I'll flip one of them out, do a little flourish in my fingers, and then let him see it.
What is this blade he has?
He has twin blades of the cat. They are also rare weapons. You've seen them before. You've come across them every once in a while in your business. You've known a few people who use them, and you know that what they do is let him use his reaction if someone misses an ally to attack.
Nothing the Inquisition would be interested in, but they are quite a neat trinket.
Oh yeah, just helpful, that's all. I'll put it back.
Anybody else?
Anybody else?
Declan,
Nothing strange
Declan
here.
comes over, and he nudges him and points at her.
At who?
At Karen, the big orc lady with the black greatsword.
And what is... Oh, yes. What is that? I hadn't noticed. Good eye, Declan. Maybe you are learning.
Yes.
Or
Steeped
maybe
in
I'm getting
evil.
dumber. Oh, really? What does it do?
Not the foggiest.
I see that you're all being very forthcoming.
I mean, you haven't asked, so.
I believe I just did. I said,
I
what
mean,
does it
before
do?
right now. Come on.
It's just a sword.
I very much doubt that. May I?
Sure. I'll hold it up for you.
Make an Arcana check.
Again, not to be a bother, but I do have to go to bed.
Okay. Fair enough. It's only 120 here, so
With that Arcana, you know that that blade is a weapon made of star metal, which brings up many red flags for Indril, because he knows what star metal does.
And where did you find this? His face becomes more irritated looking.
Oh, just in some rocks.
That seems very unlikely.
Do
Do you,
you see she's telling the truth?
yet stranger things have happened, I suppose. Do you know
Yeah,
what this
fast him
is?
into a potted plant. I found the sword in rocks. It was a whole thing.
And you see an inscription along the side of the sword, and you can tell from the inscription that it is a soul binding, and that if she had read it, it would have bound her soul to that sword.
I take it you don't read Sylvan?
It's not actually written in
no.
Sylvan.
What's it written in? Would you know?
It's written in Common.
Oh. I... Just a word of advice carrying around something like that. I wouldn't read what's written on it.
Well, that would have been nice to know.
Don't tell me you've read it.
Of course.
That's
Oh,
what it said.
no. That is very unfortunate.
How so?
I'm sure you'll learn of the repercussions. And Indra will look over at Declan.
Yes.
The blade is star metal, Declan.
That is quite unfortunate. That would be why she's steeped in evil. She's probably been killing things with it, hasn't she?
If I would hazard a guess, yes.
Naughty, naughty.
You really sugarcoat these things, don't you?
Well, I am dead skeleton, you know.
Well, at least she can't steal your soul, my friend.
Actually, I think she might still be able to.
Well, that's even more terrifying.
Which also might be part of yours. Sorry.
I didn't have one to begin with.
No, we all do, good boy, we all do. And,
If I were to pass along any parting wisdom, I would not bring this along my brethren. They are not so open-minded.
I mean, absolutely zero offense. You don't seem super open-minded.
If the others were here, we would take it from you.
Ah, okay. Maybe you are.
well, perhaps if we could restore his memory with a potion of some sort, things could be right as rain. And he would become his old, what was the term you used? Open, yes, open self.
I suppose. Those blades are dangerous. Especially in the wrong hands.
What's the worst she could do? She's just a ruler of a kingdom.
I think
No
you've
pressure.
answered your own question.
And with that, that is where we're going to end today's session.
Woo!
Yeah.
Great sesh. Great energy at the sesh.
Good job, guys.
Stupid
Yeah.
Declan! Ruining my stoic vibes.
Declan's great. 10 out of 10. Amazing.
Love that guy, Declan.
And Indra's pretty good
I
too.
feel like he's gonna probably try to kill us at some point, but you know.
Very
Wow,
curious to
Dec-
see where this is gonna go.
Well, there's like
Declan is
6 of
such
us.
a nice dude. Kill you. Declan would never.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, because we
Oh,
He would
There's a heck of a
never
lot of foreshadowing here.
he would never cut your skin off and wear you as a unitard.
I mean, unless you were dead. If you were dead, that could be a possibility.
So next session, 24th. Everyone okay with that?
I believe so. Yes.
As far as I know.
Yes. Could be fine.
Coolio. Then we will see each other then.
Yeah,
Ta-ta,
well,
I'm hanging
everyone.
out for a minute there, Heron.
Sure, will.
Unless you have to go to sleep.
I'm
Old
okay.
man.
We can. You can say things to me, and I
Okay.
might remember.
Okay.
Great having you here, though. Super fun.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's good
Yeah.
to have you on the party, man.
Yeah.
Well, I figured
Night,
I'd return
everyone.
the favor.
Absolutely. Great jam, by the way. A little song there. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
There's
it was.
there's a little bit of irony behind that. It was not what I was meant to find, but it related oddly. So kind of.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he was meant to play the Nowhere King song.
But I didn't want to look for it because the lyrics could ruin it for me. So I needed the first verse or like some of the first verse, and just happened to find another song with Nowhere King in it.
Oh,
Oh, that
shit.
works.
And
It's
then
good. It's an
to
extra
salvage
flavor.
it, I just ran and grabbed a piano version of the song.
Yeah. In record time, I might add.
Seriously.
That's some good GM shit.
Theron's the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
We don't praise Theron enough. Theron is the fucking
Praise
best.
me.
Like,
Praise
the
me.
The amount of fucking work he puts in.
Listen,
live.
don't turn into Indril now, Theron.
Point is, we love you. We appreciate all you do. 100%.
Hard
Hey,
yes.
hey, back
I
off.
love you all
Thanks,
too.
everybody.
I'm
Thank
sorry
you all.
I'm complimenting your fiance, Brina.
Like you.
I'll fight you,
Anyway.
wow.
Oh, God. All right. Well,
Have
I'm
a
going to
great
call it a
night,
night, guys.
everybody.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night.
Thank you all for
See
playing.
y'all later.
You're around.
Bye.